I'm here, Davros, I'm here. I was waiting for somebody to turn up because I feel awkward when there's nobody in the chat. Even if it says there's viewers. In fact, sometimes I feel more awkward if it says they're viewers, but then they're not talking to me. It's just like being in a room full of people who are ignoring you. I am here. I'm eating, as always. So, I've got... Also, hi Fred, for the short time you're here. I was going to call this live stream like Fred's Abandoned Us or something like that. But then I decided against it. Anyway, yes, I'm eating. I've got, this is very fancy, this. I've got mango and coconut chicken. I've got tandoori chicken. And I've got coronation coleslaw. Very fancy. I've also got a cheese string, which I will get to in a minute. And yes, and I'm looking at them and I can't say them. Quavers! I've got a packet of Quavers. Jesus Christ. You know, a word just won't come to you. It's literally written on the packet and it just would not get into my head. Yeah, I've got a packet of Quavers and I've got a chocolate brownie. We're going all out today. And I had a cornetto before the live stream even started, so you know. Do you know what? I've actually been really good all week. Like, really good. Like, I've been living off salad pretty much all week. Because I keep... You see, I've lost 2 stone, but I keep getting down to the same weight. And then either putting back on or just staying the same. And I want to break through. I don't even want to lose that much more. Maybe like another half a stone, but I just want to break through, and it's been really annoying us. So this week I was like, right, this week I'm going to be really good. So I've been really good. But then my period came on today, and all bets are off when that happens, to be honest. At that point, you can eat whatever you bloody well like. Welsh friend is here. Hello, Welsh friend. I'm just stuffing my face with food as usual. This coronation coleslaw is absolutely delicious. Lidl do it. Lidl do a coronation coleslaw. It's the best thing. I love coronation. I think it's the best flavour. Hellman's, I think it was, brought out a coronation mayonnaise for the coronation, and it was like a limited edition thing, but it was so popular that they've brought it out like as a full thing, and it's the best thing. It's expensive, like it's like bloody £3.50 for a tiny little bottle or something. It's the best thing. And I made a coronation chicken pie once. In fact, I think I made it for the coronation. I made a coronation chicken pie. And that was bloody lovely. I was having it with mango chutney. It's very nice. Honestly, I think coronation chicken, it's just, any kind of coronation flavoured anything, it's just the best, man. Just the best. I'm eating a cheese string now. We'll get to the game in a minute. Oh, Scorpio, no, get off. What are you doing? No, 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 Scorps, no. Scorps, no, what are you doing? Scorps, no. Those are my Quavers. You're not, they're not your Quavers. Don't lie down there. No. What you doing? No. Scorps. 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 No, that's me keyboard. Don't lie on me keyboard. Oh, for fuck's sake. You've put the wrong bloody screen up. What are you doing? There's 4 people watching, Scorpio. There's 4 people watching you send this flipping live stream into chaos. He's managed to lie across me keyboard from me computer and me keyboard on my laptop. So he's just caused, like, double chaos. Is that what you're doing? You're just... You're just causing double chaos. Gone down to 3. We've lost a viewer because of you, Scorps. Or it could be the fact that I'm sitting here eating cheese strings rather than, like, you know, actually playing the game I'm supposed to be playing. You're very stinky. Have you been in the litter tray? I think you have. I think I finally got rid of the fleas. I ended up having to give them flea tablets. And then I did the whole flat with flea spray. And I think it's worked. Because they've not had any fleas. I keep doing them with the flea comb to see if they've got any fleas, and they don't have any fleas. Although I'm sure I saw a flea the other day on my desk. It might just have been a little fly. But I'm sure it jumped rather than flew. But I don't know, so I might go around with the flea spray again. But the flea tablets worked. They were very good. Scorpio, what are you doing? Scorps. Scorps. Come on, man. Give me a break. Where? Is that you making noises? Have you done the thing where you hold too many keys down at once and the computer freaks out and just starts making noises? Scorps, man. Where, lad? Shift your arse. Can't be dealing with this. Why you go on the windowsill? You like it on the windowsill? Because here I can cause more chaos. That's true. That's true, Scorps. 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 I finished me food. You have to move. I mean, I've still got my quavers, but my quavers are to eat, like, you know, during the playing of the game. Scorps. Scorps, what are you doing? Scorps. You've got one of Star's hairs on your nose. Have you been play fighting again? Yeah. You've got a very dry nose. Are you dehydrated? Go and drink some water. Go and drink some water. Go and drink some water. Or go and do something that involves you not being here. Scorps. Do you know what? He has me to himself. Well, he has to share me with Star. But, you know, for, like, most afternoons in the week. And it's always the Saturday that he decides he needs to come and bother me. Like, every other day, leaves me alone. The moment I start trying to live stream, oh no, I have to come and make a nuisance of myself. And he's so big, I can't even, like, just hoy him off. Shall I hoy you off? Eh? Shall I hoy you off? Come on. Move your big fat bum. Come on. Move your big fat smelly arse. Come on. Get off. Get off. Scorpio. Get off the desk. Get off the desk. Oh. No, no, those are my quavers. Do not go on top of my computer. Or I will bat you in your gob. Scorpio. Oh, don't think that you can lick me and be all cute. No, no, down. Yeah, not there, Scorpio. Get on the floor. D is your bloody telt, lad. Get! Scorpio! I swear to God, me and you are going to fall out in a minute. Right, come here. Oh, there goes my keyboard. Get down there. Right. Oh, dear. Right, anyway. For fuck's sake. I think there were like 3 people who just sat through all of that. Although one of them might be Fred, who's not here, so, you know. It was just Welsh friend and Davros, that's fine. Oh! Has he knocked it onto the wrong bloody screen again? Oh, for fuck's sake, there we go. Bloody hell, I'm exhausted. Right. Right. 9 minutes in, should we get to the actual game? That would be a good idea. Right. Inquisition! I have not done anything since the last live stream. I said I was going to. Scorpio, if you jump up here, I'm going to kill you. Get out. Scorpio, no. Scorpio, no. Scorps. No. Yeah. He stormed off in a huff. Yes, I said I was gonna... Can't remember what I said I was gonna do. I was gonna finish off the Western approach and stuff. Oh, Fave, move your ass, man. I'm stuck. There we go. Oh, now my bloody laptop screen's friggin' glitching out, which it does sometimes. Don't ask me why. I'm gonna have to close the chat down and then open it up again. Fuck's sake. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. What was I saying? Yes, I was going to go back into the game, like, in my own time and finish off some stuff, which I... Scorpio! For crying out loud! Will you just... Where are you going? Are you going on the windowsill? You can go on the windowsill. No, you're not going there. Scorps. Swear to God. Go on the windowsill. No! Scorpio! Are you going on the windowsill? Are you just going to look at the windowsill? Go on the windowsill. You like it on the windowsill. Go on. Go down there. Go down there. Move. You're not allowed on my computer. Get. Me and you are going to fall out. Get down there. Go on. Go on. Go on. Not a boy. Stay there. Troublemaker. Oh, oops. There we go. There we go. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Jesus bloody Christ. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. 100% professional. Right. Okay. Jesus Christ. Whew. It's too much work. Too much effort. What was I talking about? Yes, I was going to do stuff and then I didn't do stuff. I can't actually remember what I did do. I feel like I've done things this week, but I can't remember what any of them were because, like, I haven't even played Assassin's Creed Odyssey that much. So I don't know what the hell I've done with myself. It's been one of those weeks where, like, lots of things cropped up that unexpectedly needed dealing with. It's one of those kind of weeks. Like, nothing dramatic or serious, but just, like, you know, lots of niggly things that just needed to be done. And, stuff. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I was going to play the game in my own time, and I didn't. So we're exactly where we were before, and I think my inventory needs clearing out. You know how much I love doing that. Also, Bianca has turned up, so we'll talk to her in a moment. The actual Bianca, not the crossbow. And we'll go and have a peek at the war table. But first, we'll head down and we'll do our inventory. Scorpio, what are you doing? He's moving on the windowsill and I don't trust him. He's in a restless mood. Have I got any special shipments? Ooh, I do. I've got Avar stuff. Marvellous. Viral Effects is here. Hello, Viral Effects. Just munching on some quavers, don't mind me. These cats are stressing me out, man. Can't deal with it. Move my microphone a bit. Hey dear. It's too much, man. We've only been going 14 minutes. 14 minutes! We've been going 14 minutes! Jesus Christ, we've done now.
Not trying to step on your toes.
Right, what am I talking about? What am I saying? What am I doing? I don't know. Inventory, that's what I'm doing. Fuck's sake. It's been a funny old week. Right, so ooh, I've got elite sniper bows. Ooh, very fat. Oh, look at that. That looks proper sexy. That does. I mean, it clips through my armor a little bit, but I quite like it. Bow of Helpful Hazard. I like a helpful hazard. It's better than an unhelpful hazard, isn't it? Nobody likes an unhelpful hazard. Kirkwall Warhammer. Wow. Ow! Sorry, me toe hurts. Mercenary Captain Shield. Oh yeah, these are like better shields. But I like her having the Seeker shield because she's a Seeker and it makes sense. I mean, she's also wearing a Grey Warden helmet, which makes less sense. But keep her in the Seeker shield. I really need to pick up some more schematics so I can start like crafting some stuff. I can have an elite sniper bow. Oh, have I not equipped the elite sniper bow that I thought I'd equipped? I bet I haven't. No, I didn't, because of this stupid friggin' inventory system. Making you think you've equipped things that you haven't equipped. Yeah, you can have an elite sniper bow as well. Oh, yours looks better than mine. Oh. What does it have? It has 103 damage, 20 damage versus the living. Which, I mean, you do usually shoot things at the living, because you're trying to, like, unlive them, aren't you? So, you know, don't spend much time shooting at the dead. Oh, actually, no, it looks the same. It was because she had the other one on before, because the fucking infantry system doesn't really work the way it's bloody supposed to. Stupid bloody freaking crumble. Anyway, well, I've got lots of stuff. Staff of the Fire Drake. Magister Lightning Staff, which is not as good as the one he's got, which is a shame because that would suit Dorian. Staff of Flares. Witch Fire Staff, blah 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 blah. Right, okay, I think the Staff of the Fire Drake will do for him. Black Wall. Ooh, you can have a heavy axe. You can have another heavy axe. You know, I'm so bad that I just look at the DPS and I forget to look at all its other perks. Because sometimes just having a better DPS doesn't actually mean that it's better. Plus 8 strength though, that's pretty good, isn't it? You can have an axe. Come on, actually equip the bloody thing. Jesus Christ. Oh, and you can have a Grey Warden shield. There you go, that'll make you happy. You can pretend to be a Grey Warden for a bit. Antivan Chopper. Carving Knife. Always makes me think of Three Blind Mice. My favourite nursery rhyme when I was a kid. I used to just sing that incessantly. Me and my brother used to have competitions to see who could sing it the fastest. That was my exciting childhood. Right, okay. Vivienne! My darling, my dear. Love of my life, who does not like me because I'm kind of pro-mage in this playthrough. In my canon playthrough, she likes me, so it's fine. I've been thinking, because I do that sometimes, not very often because it strains my little, you know, my thinky brain, but occasionally I have been known to. Ooh, should we give him Tempest? Or has he got Tempest equipped? I cannot work out what he's got equipped. Tempest is what he's got equipped, yeah, because that was what Dorian had, wasn't it? Yeah. You've got Bianca, and you're picky and won't use anything else. Glittering Darmalon. That looks pretty cool. Does it actually glitter? Tell me it actually glitters. I wouldn't say it glitters, it more kind of shines. I wanted it to be sparkly. What was I saying? I don't know. Reinforced scout coat. You can have a reinforced scout coat, love. That'll do you nicely. Dorian. We don't have any mage stuff. Marvellous. Black Wall. Oh! I'm liking the mustard yellow. That's very nice. Put him in that, he'll look ridiculous. It's quite sweet, that. I quite like that. Oh, Superior Honeybill. Oh, we finally retired the coat of the Herald. The coat that I custom made for myself. Oh, you look very swanky in silk, Cole. That's very nice. Vivienne, we've got nothing for her, have we? No. Nothing for Solus. No. Varik. Unless you want Coat of the Herald. No, you don't want Coat of the Herald. We've finally retired Coat of the Herald. Oh. Put some sexy armour on you, Bull. There we go. Oh, I've still got accessories. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I have to? Andraste's Sacrifice. That's a cooldown modifier. Chance on hit, taunt all enemies within 8 meters for 4 seconds. So we want this ideally... Oh, I was going to say we want this ideally on a warrior, but it's rogue or mage only. Do I want to taunt people as a rogue or a mage? I suppose Vivian might. The wearer of this amulet regenerates mana or stamina at a higher rate. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Did Magpie just announce she'd been thinking? Yes, I had been thinking. Thank you for reminding me. I can't remember what it was I've been thinking about though. So that's good, isn't it? You see, Andraste's Sacrifice sounds like it should be a really good necklace, but I don't know if it's that good, really. Well, amulet. It's a necklace. Superb Belt of Health. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I'll have a Superb Belt of Health. What rings have I got on? Critical damage. God, penetration. Don't really have anything better than that, do I? Right, what have you got? Oh, you've got Kitty's colour. Oh, we'll keep Kit. Oh, bloody hell. Can't talk. We'll keep Kitty's colour on you because that's an amazing one. I like Kitty's colour. What do you want, darlings? You can have rings of attack. You can have a ring of critical chance. Ring of attack. And then what's that? Belt of urgency. Better if you had a belt of health, to be fair. I just give everybody belts of health. I do this in Mass Effect 1 as well. There's one of the armour upgrades that just gives health regeneration. And I just give that to everybody. So everybody gets that. And I usually give them all like the same weapon upgrades and stuff as well, but I can't quite remember what. It's been too long since I played it properly. What amulet have you got on? You've got an amulet of magic. You probably keep that. Oh my god, we're up to 5 viewers. That's too many! Guys, that's too many for today. I can't be dealing with it. You don't want Andraste's Sacrifice, do you? No. Who do I want to be able to taunt enemies? As a mage or you see, I can't even talk, alright? A mage or a rogue. It would be Vivian, wouldn't it? But what has she got? She's got an enhanced amulet of magic, which is probably better, to be fair. Although I suppose that would be good on her, because she's a... it would help her like with barriers and things like that if she's got a cooldown modifier. I will let her wear that, why not? She probably likes taunting people, does old Viv. I think everybody else is kind of fine. There we go. We'll just nip and sell all me shit. It's alright, we've gone back down to 4 again. I scared one of them off, that's okay. Oh dear. Oh! Why is that in there? Because it hasn't bloody equipped it on Bloody Bull, despite the fact that... I swear to God, I hate this inventory system. I hate this inventory system with an absolute fucking passion. Because you just think that you've equipped things, and you actually haven't. There, equip it. For the love of absolute flipping God, you stupid bloody piece of... And breathe. Right, yeah. Make sure that none of the stuff that I'm selling is stuff that I thought I'd equipped. And it was just the inventory lying to me. Yeah, we're gonna have to sell the coat of the Herald. It end up in somebody's private collection. Can sell it for millions in a few years after I've saved the world or whatever. Sell all this shit. Sell all that shit. Sell all of it. Get rid of it all. I want none of it. Oh, we've gone down to 3 now. We're doing good. I'm doing well at scaring them off. Alright. So, go and stick our heads in the war room. See what the crack is. And I think we'll go and speak to Bianca. We might do a round of all of our various people. Would you like to talk, Josephine? I don't think Josephine has any more conversations, to be fair.
An interesting development. A petition from citizens of El Royal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Vale.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Leliana can't face the rumor, so it may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's answers.
Okay, before we go any further, I'm just gonna nip out and put the sound up a little bit, because in the last live stream I noticed that the game audio was a little bit quiet compared to me, so I'm just gonna hike it up a little bit, and then you're probably gonna tell me we can't hear you over the game. There we go. Right. Yeah, so you just get little like extra war table missions really from Josephine. That's kind of what it is. Tell them I do speak for her. I never saw Andraste. Tell them nothing. Tell them it wasn't Andraste. Say Andraste loves us all. Yeah, I never saw Andraste.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade. You could attempt to tell Valroyo citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
I don't know. I think that the dead Divine came back and saved me. That's quite inspiring, I think. What should we say? If we tell them Andraste loves us all, that's a bit of a shit answer, isn't it? Because that doesn't really tell them anything. Tell them I speak for her, that makes me a bit arrogant. Telling them nothing maintains the mystery. Telling them the truth might... I don't know. You never really find out what the outcome of any of these are, to be fair. I think some of them might affect who eventually becomes divine. Co-op was packed today, was it? The summer holidays are weird. It's like in the shop you can mostly tell how busy it's going to be and when it's going to be busiest, like what time of the day it's going to be busiest. Depending on what day of the week it is and stuff. But during the summer holidays, it's like all bets are off. Like yesterday, it got really busy in the shop at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And we were all going, what the hell's going on? It's 8 o'clock in the morning, why is everybody here? And then like, from about 9, 10 o'clock, it was absolutely dead. Right up until about dinner time, maybe? Sort of 12, 1 o'clock-ish. And suddenly, it just sort of exploded again. Yeah. Also, apparently YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Well, just gonna have to fucking deal with it, isn't it? Right. I'm gonna tell them the truth. I'm gonna say it wasn't Andraste.
Tell them the Inquisition's position is that the Divine saved me from the Fade, not Andraste.
Very well. Some of the devout will be discouraged, but it will placate the champion.
Okay. Do let me know if the stream's actually like buffering significantly, and then I'll see if I can do something about it. But at the minute, I think YouTube's just having a whinge because it likes to. Now and then. Although, actually, I think OBS did update. But I can't remember whether that was before or after the last live stream. Sometimes when it updates, it changes my settings. I have a feeling it was before the last live stream, though.
A captain sent back sketches of the walls. Our experts say they look elven.
Interesting. Does Corypheus send scholars to find something the elves buried? Or something buried with them?
Well, that was a fascinating conversation. I'm just going to finish these quavers and then we'll worry about picking a pug. It's that kind of live stream today, guys. The quavers take priority over the game. So you've been up to much, my lovelies? Much been going on? We've got a full British crew today, haven't we? Well, of the people in the chat. I don't know about the lurkers.
Is Knight Captain Ryland satisfied with his scope?
It's not an easy assignment, but if anyone can handle the approach, it's him.
If we've got all Brits in the chat, that means all the words will actually be spelt properly. I've been keeping the I've been keeping an eye on the yes, the Olympics medal table. I've not actually watched any of it. I was going to, but then I just sort of didn't. But yes, I've been keeping an eye on the medals table. We were in 4th place last time I checked. And it's the first time we've overtaken the US, because us and the US have been pretty much neck and neck. But the US has always been ahead of us, and then we've overtaken them just, or at least we had when I checked at break time. Might have all changed again by now. And I was gonna rib Fred about it a little bit if he was here, but he's not. So you know. I was gonna say we're ahead of you, Fred. Oh, Viral Effects is here, of course. I forgot about you, Viral Effects, because you're being quiet. Oh, I've got Quaver's dust on me fingers now. First world problems, innit? Right, okay, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? I hate having to make decisions. Increase maximum focus from 100 to 200. Focus is the thing that lets me do my superpower, isn't it? I think. You know, my super thingy power with that I do super things with. You know the one I'm talking about, don't you? Yes, absolutely, of course you do. And I think that means that I get a second slot of it. Let's just go for that. Why not? Why not? I'm not in the mood for thinking too much today. Right. College of Magi. My agents were successful. Our dwarven warrior Corbin, as in Jeremy Corbyn. What's happened to Jeremy Corbyn? He's kind of disappeared, hasn't he? Anyway, sorry, I just go off on a little political tangent. Our dwarven warrior Corbin led a foray to the College of Magi and emerged with both the mage refugees and whatever artifacts could be transported, all before the Navarran mobs finally stormed the gates. If the Venatori were behind this, they have been disappointed, and the refugees expressed their relief and their thanks for the rescue. Liliana, marvellous. Getting things moving. I will not turn my back on them, but we have established agreements with the Tiebolds. Tiebol? Yes, those people. Their initial hatred of the Inquisition was a device, and they are willing to have us in their favour. Okay. And choose a successful night. My husband informs me that I have your Inquisition soldiers to thank for the timely intervention that protected my carriage from an attack by bandits not long ago. The roads are indeed dangerous these days. Unless the Duchess of Lies, I will do my best to improve their safety. Please convey my gratitude to all who helped ensure my safety in these trying times. Okay. Yes, Carolina. So we made Carolina the Duchess, which is marvellous. Okay. Trouble is, you have to kind of keep track of what's going on with these war table stuff, because some of them get quite long and involved and complicated, and I'm really not keeping track of them at all. Anyway, we'll do Truth or Dare. In an actual game of Truth or Dare, do you do Truth or do you do Dare? Because I'm a Truth kind of a girl. Because honestly, if you lie, who's going to know? Just saying. The region between Lake Celestine and the shores of the Waking Sea is known as the Heartlands, a place of vineyards and gilded marble estates. The locals refer to as cottages. It is often said that Orlay's heart is plated with gold, and so it seems fitting that the Heartlands are perhaps the richest place outside of Val-Rio. A note is written at the bottom of the page. Comte de yes, and Marquis, yes, both spending money like water, which to pursue. Okay, we have agents in place near. We can infiltrate his manor at a moment's notice, or yes, is a distant relation of the Empress. We should speak with him first. Okay. So, I'm gonna go with Leliana. Should I go with Leliana's agents, or should I go with diplomacy? To be fair, if we start just sending agents into Orlais, that could cause diplomatic problems, couldn't we? Let's go with Josephine on this one. Let's let her handle things, because I trust Josephine. Of all of my advisors, Josephine is the one I trust the most. I think Leliana sometimes gets a bit carried away with herself, and Cullen sometimes just kind of, he just goes, soldiers! We just need soldiers! Every problem can be solved with soldiers! Whatever the problem is, all we need is soldiers and swords. I can fix anything. I know, Cullen, calm down. Secure a source of water for the outpost. Griffin Wing Outpost has some access to water, but not enough to sustain the number of people there for a significant amount of time. The situation is not desperate, but if we are to maintain a presence in the western approach, the outpost will require access to fresh water. We should locate a reliable source as soon as possible. This is going to be Cullen, isn't it? Be a high priority group of soldiers can be sent to... See what I mean? Soldiers! Soldiers! Whatever it is, we just need soldiers! A group of soldiers can be sent to locate and secure a water source for the outpost. Or the outpost must have access to fresh water. A few scouts should search the western branch. Sorry, I'm making myself giggle. For a reliable water source. Or... Oh, Josephine! Interestingly, Josephine, I mean, I know she's busy, but like her solution is exactly the same as Leliana's. So Leliana is like, a few scouts should search the western approach for a reliable water source, and Josephine is, a few scouts should search for a water source. Okay, they're actually in agreement for once. We'll let Cullen deal with that. That seems like a thing that, you know, soldiers would be fine with. And then we need something for Leliana to do. Oh, is improving morale the one that I think it is? If it is, then this is hilarious. Commander, our work continues in the approach. It's a difficult post, but our soldiers are determined to represent the Inquisition as best they can. Morale flags at times, but we manage, Captain Ryland. Right, so this... I find this hilarious because it perfectly sums up each of your advisors as people. And the Leliana one is particularly funny. So this is like, each one of them have a different idea of what is most going to boost morale, right? So you've got Cullen. Simple comforts can go a long way, and rations don't live to soldier spirits. We can say that they have a good meal at the end of the day. Cullen, practicality. That's what he is. Absolute practicality. And then we jump to Josephine. Perhaps a distraction would help. We could see about sending books. They could set up a small library. Like, I mean, unless they're going to be dirty books, I don't think that's really going to keep our soldier spirits up. But I like the idea that Josephine is just like, oh, let's just send them some nice literature to help them pass the time. And then, this was the one that always gets me. Leliana, the terrain and the approach is unkind. Our soldiers would be most comfortable if fitted with proper shoes. Which I find funny, because you might remember in the first game, Leliana is just obsessed with shoes. Like, not so much by Inquisition, she's become a bit more boring, but I like the fact that that's still kind of in her psyche. Cullen's all like, practical, let's give them food. Josephine's all kind of airy and just sort of like, oh, let's give them nice books to read. And then Leliana's just like, shoes! Shoes is the solution! Shoes make everybody feel better! But you know what, Leliana? I'm gonna let you give the soldiers shoes. I think I usually go with Cullen's one for that and give them food, but since she's not doing anything, we'll let her give them shoes. Anyway, right, so, I had Cullen collecting money mostly. Yeah, that's what Cullen mostly does on my playthroughs as well. Just collects money. Yeah, just nearly knocked me plate off the bench. Bench, desk, whatever, table, thing which stands on the ground on legs. Person, that could be a person, couldn't it? Thing which stands on the ground on legs. Sorry, I'm going back through the chat now because I've read a lot. Playing Mad Max while Andromeda is installing. Have you played Andromeda before, or is it a first playthrough? We all just want love. We do, don't we, Davros? I love you, Davros. There's plenty of love in this chat. Ran as an independent in the general election, won his seat. What, Jeremy Corbyn? I heard he was running as an independent. Did he win, did he? How fascinating. I quite like Jeremy Corbyn, you know. I would have had him as Prime Minister. I really would. Yeah, just putting that out there. Right. So. Magpie for Prime Minister, fuck off. Don't need that kind of stress in my life. I like my nice quiet life, working my nice quiet retail job with my nice, you know, my nice little flat and my nice cats and my car and my friends and, you know, my life. Just everything's just nice and not too high stakes. That's kind of the life I like. You know, not one for great ambitions. Don't reach for greatness, remember? From that live stream. I was going to talk to Bianca, wasn't I? Let's go talk to Bianca. Hello, Bianca / Varric.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
It's a very familiar voice. I feel like I've heard that voice on an Asari in Mass Effect. Or on a something in Mass Effect. When I heard that voice, my brain went Mass Effect. Bianca, like the crossbow. Yeah, let's... That's a bit unsubtle, isn't it? Okay, you're a friend of Varric.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Yeah, and I'm assuming the crossbow is named after you, or, you know, you are named after the crossbow. Who knows?
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
Oh, I should have called Theodora Helga. That would have been funnier. That would have made that scene funny, because then I would be Helga, and then it would be... Anyway, yes, you two look nervous.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Oh, strange humans as opposed to unstrange humans. Is that their only way in? Who leaked the location? Wasn't the Titan Kirkwall? Yeah, wasn't the Titan Kirkwall?
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
Okay, so who leaked the location?
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
I bet it was Isabella. I bet it was Isabella. Isabella would sell us out for gold, wouldn't she? Yeah, and Bianca knows where it is.
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
Okay, is that their only way in?
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Okay, sure, let's do the thing.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Mm-hmm. So that was Varric's shitty ex-girlfriend. Who he's hopelessly in love with, despite the fact she's a bit of a cow. But you know. Mm-hmm. Right. So, what do we fancy doing then? Do we want to go and do the Varric thing?
Inquisitor.
Do we want to open up another new area? Do we want to go back to that place we were the last time? Where were we the last time? The Emerald Graves, I think, possibly? We were in one of the Elysian ones. Do we want to do something else? I don't know. I don't know. I came into this with zero plans, as normal. Hello, Blackwall. Oh, we've got a cutscene.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
I hate Blackwall so much. Oh, he's just such a self-righteous little bastard, isn't he? Right, okay. We stopped it. Clarel's pride is to blame. That's why we fight him. That's why we fight him.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Then remember the intention.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Ah, you keep telling yourself that, love. Hate him so much. Right. I'm eating me chocolate brownie. I've got 2 caramel tarts in the fridge as well. Which we might get to. Do you know what? I was gonna get a salad. I was gonna be so good. But then, you know. Anyway, right. So. Should we just do the rounds of everybody and see if anybody has anything to talk about? And then we'll go and we'll do Varric's thing. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost.
Okay. We'll go and find Cassandra then. Whee!
Inquisitor.
Oh, there's an exclamation mark on my map.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yep, I can hear a cat, but I'm ignoring it. We'll see how that goes. Yes, he was determined.
It seemed very important to him.
It's not a decision to be made lightly. But now, Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Star, no, no, Star, no! What are you doing? Star, what are you doing? Oh, lass, are you just gonna sit there? You're gonna sit there and be a good girl? Should we put cat cam on? Should we put cat cam on, eh? Boop. You're gonna sit there and be good, yes. Why didn't he tell me?
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Okay. Can we change his mind?
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Oh, CatCam isn't working. That's interesting. Oh, is it not plugged in? That's probably why. Stop. Move your ass. Get down there. 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 They can't see you anyway. Get down there. I bet a cat's pulled it out. Hey, has one of you pulled the camera out? Have you? Well, I can't check because you're sitting on me and I can't move. And they can't even see you. Get down there. What are you doing? No. Oh, we might be stuck here for a while, guys. You can't even see her. That's awful, isn't it? This is the worst thing. You're going to disrupt the live stream and they can't even see you? They get nothing out of this stuff. This is the deal that we make, that you can disrupt the live streams so long as they're allowed to see you. Where was it plugged in? Was it plugged in at the back of the computer or at the top of the computer? That's mouse, keyboard, microphone. Right, so headphones. Must have been at the back. Let Scorpio's pulled it out while he was on the windowsill. Bet he has. 55 minutes we've been going here, Star. What have we done? Note. Absolutely nothing. That's what we've done. That line that Cassandra just said, the mages have always made their suffering known, but Templars never have, is one of my favourite lines in all 3 games. I think it perfectly sums up the whole situation. It's just like, yeah, the Templars are victims too, man. And I mean, they actually suffer in very similar ways to the mages. But, like, nobody cares about them. Star. What are you doing? No. No. What are you doing? No. Stop. No. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's happening? Oh dear. Ow. You keep your fat arse off the keyboard. You're gonna make things happen. What are you doing? Hey? Oh dear. Oh dear. They can't even see you, Star. I mean, luckily there's only 3 people watching, and I think one of them's Fred, who's not actually here. He's Ghost Fred. Ghost Fred is watching. So, you know. We did have 7 at one point, but we've scared them all off, so you know. That's okay, really, isn't it? What are you doing? No. So, anything fun been happening with anyone? Yeah, anything to talk about? No. No, I need a tangent now. There's a cat. There's a cat and now I need a tangent. Oh, I've spent some time meticulously proofreading those first few chapters of the Ostrich fanfiction, which I think I'm going to put in the Discord today. I was gonna, because I've only really got up to like the chapters that Fred's already read, and I've actually written quite a lot more of it than that, but there's a gap that I need to fill in. So I was gonna fill in that gap and then just upload all of them, but it would be like 12 or 13 chapters. I might just, you know, let you read the first few if you're interested. And then, oh my god, that's a flea! That's a flea! Oh, Star, how have you got a flea again? Ugh, what do I have to do to get rid of these bloody things? I am out of ideas, Star. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew they were still in the flat. I knew they were. I mean, it's definitely not as big of a problem as what it was. It must just be one that's jumped back on you. Or a few that were hiding somewhere that have jumped back on you. We'll do the spot on stuff again. We'll do the flea spray around the flat again. And then I might have to give you the tablets again, because I've got some more of them. We will beat this, Star. We will, I promise. And winter's coming. It's not too far off. And it should be easier in winter to keep control of the situation. There was one. There was just one. But she's not covered in... You know the flea dirt that they get covered in when they've got loads of fleas? All of that's gone. I mean, I managed to comb a lot of it out, but then I think she's, like, groomed a lot of it out as well. And all of that's gone. So it's not like there's loads running around on her. I think there must just have been a few that managed to survive my mass genocide and have maybe just jumped back on. So, if we act quickly, be able to contain the situation... Oh, you bastard. Honestly. It's bloody expensive, though. Like, that spot-on stuff. It's like 10 quid to get enough for both of them. Oh, you're going now, are you? You going? Okay, bye. Yeah. Had to do back-to-back late shifts because the person who had to do yesterday's buggered off to Barry Island with the grandkids and didn't tell anyone. I've worked with people like that. Yeah. Right, I'm going to see if I can plug CatCam back in. I mean, I'm hoping that it's just been unplugged and that they haven't actually chewed through the cable, because if they've chewed through the cable, I'm going to kill them. Oh, Scorpio, you're a bit in the way here, lad. Hey. Oh, you have. You've chewed through the fucking cable. Well, you've chewed through a cable. Is that CatCam cable? It better not be the fucking monitor cable you've chewed through. Is that CatCam cable? Can't work out what cable that is. Oh. Oh, the back of that computer's really warm. Is that not uncomfortably warm for you, Scorpio? Oh no, it's the external hard drive you've chewed through. Oh, that's not so bad. Where the hell's CatCam gone then? Is it there? Is it that one that you've pulled out? Is that it? I should probably take the external hard drive out then, shouldn't I? Oh! There we go, since you've chewed through it. But that's alright, I've got more of those cables. I'll just replace it, Scorps. It's fine, don't you worry about it. Honestly. Little flipping moron. Right. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Oh. Right. Is it going to work if I put it on? I mean, it's got no lights on it. Is that even the right cable? Unless it has come on. Maybe it has come on. I don't know. Did it have lights on it? I have a feeling it had lights on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Scorpio, will you... Honestly, lads, me and you are not having a fun time today. Just scoot over a little bit. Right. That one. That one. No, it's still not on, is it? Hang on. Which cable is it? Oh, it's that cable. Wait, what? This must be so entertaining. It's that cable. Oh, it is that cable. It is the cable I've just plugged in. I think. Oh, fuck's sake. Unless the camera has literally just stopped working. But it was unplugged. Scorpio, move your feet. Dear me. That's the right one, right? That's the right one. Oh, fuck it. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out after the live stream. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. Right. No CatCam today, sorry. Right, okay, so... what am I doing? I'm gonna go and talk to Cullen, aren't I, about his lyrium addiction. Yeah, because my general is a drug addict, guys. That can't go wrong at all. I'm sure it's fine.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Talk to me, Cullen!
Cullen, if you need to talk.
You don't have to. I never meant for this to interfere.
Yeah, sure, I know that.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep it. You asked what happened to Ferelden's Circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's Circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
It's actually really interesting if you take Liliana with you in the to the Circle Tower in Origins, because you get to see the first time Liliana and Cullen actually meet each other. It's quite interesting, because of course they've both been tortured, so they've sort of got that commonality with each other. Yeah, sure, I understand.
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
Okay. So now we have to decide whether Cullen carries on taking lyrium or stops taking lyrium. I should say that in my canon playthrough, because my canon Inquisitor is a sort of like... She's not a villain, but you see, I find the Inquisitor a really uninteresting character, just generally. So to make her more interesting... oh, random person wandering in. To make her more interesting, I made her like... I made her what an Inquisitor should be. She's like really practical and makes the tough decisions and sort of does what is necessary. So she does a lot of questionable things, like letting the Chargers die, for example. And other random person walking in. And this isn't a flipping corridor, guys. And yeah, she makes Cullen carry on taking the lyrium because it seems what is best in the moment. But if you've played the Trespasser DLC, you know that if you do that, things don't end well. But I'm not a big one for perfect happy endings anyway, so you know, in my canon playthrough, Cullen carries on taking lyrium. But I don't think that Theodora would want him to carry on taking lyrium. I think she would say you don't need lyrium, Cullen.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over, if you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right.
As an experiment, do we know they actually need lyrium? Well, highly contested that, because I'm sure Alistair mentions in Origins that they don't need lyrium for their abilities. The lyrium maybe helps and makes them a bit more powerful, but they don't actually need it. But, you know. Who knows, really? So no, I don't think they need lyrium. I think it's just a way of controlling them. I'm gonna do the rounds of everybody, and then we'll go and deal with Varric's little situation. Talk to Iron Bull. Hello.
You're doing good work, boss. I like how this Inquisition is coming. Next time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
Okay. What happens to Cullen and Trespasser? Well, he's a bit out of it when you talk to him. He doesn't quite know where he is. He's a bit sort of daydreamy. And then in the epilogue, it's revealed that he eventually becomes a beggar on the streets of, I think, Val Royeaux, begging for lyrium. It's not a happy ending. Yeah. Okay, sure. I'll meet the Chargers.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company?
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun. Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Okay, what should I call you?
Do you prefer Creme or Cremisius?
Crem's faster. The chief's nicknames usually end up sticking.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, Chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Are you a woman? Yeah, that's tactful. Also, the fact that we've completely apparently somehow psychically picked up on the fact that Creme is, like, a transgender man. Based on that sentence alone. Like, really? Yeah. What about the rest of your crew?
Who are the others?
A lot of the Chargers went looking off for stronger drinks. Let's see, who's left? We've got Rocky and Skinner there. And over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Okay. Now let's just stare at Theodora's tits. Is this meant to be what Iron Bull is looking at? Okay, let's start with Rocky, shall we?
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
That's really tickled me, that. Okay. What about Dalish?
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
What the fuck is that accent supposed to be? That's like some weird mix between Welsh, Irish, and sort of very broad Yorkshire. Okay, Stitches.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Which is a little in-joke about Origins and how you drink the poultices. Skinner!
So, how'd you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
And Grim!
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country. Or chieftain. Something like that.
Okay, sure. I'm impressed.
You've got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
Man can beat the Chargers, cause we'll hit you where it hurts. Unless you know a tavern with loose hearts and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield we'll gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
There we go. So, who do we need next? Sarah? I'm still meant to be romancing Sarah, aren't I? And I'm just like completely forgetting to ever speak to her. Do you know what? I don't find the romances that interesting in Inquisition at all. I quite like Iron Bull's romance. Like, he's the one my canon Inquisitor romances, and it's quite fun. I quite enjoy that one. But the rest of them are just a bit, Hello!
Still waiting to go get that reward for marching through Vishal. Got something against free money?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, hang on.
I'm not ready to go just yet.
Your choice, yeah? Only so long it'll stay hidden.
Okay, alright. Should we have a bit of a companion live stream then? She says this 1 hour and 16 minutes into the live stream. Do some companion-y stuff, because we've got Varric's thing to do and we've got Sarah's thing to do that I'd completely forgotten about. Oh, Cole! Hello, Cole! Oh, we're getting a cutscene conversation.
No. But you like demons! I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Okay, alright, okay, what's wrong?
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages, and then I'm not me anymore. Rules around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
Okay. Yes, okay. Alright. Okay, that's true for everyone.
A mage using blood magic could conceivably do that to any one of us, human or demon.
You should ask Solus to bind you too, and then someone can bind him.
Okay. We'll protect you, Cole.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman. Good. They will not take me.
Alright. Jesus Christ. So, we're going to talk to the rest of them, or are we just going to end up picking up way more quests? We're probably just going to end up picking up way more quests, aren't we? Should we go and do Varric's thing? Yeah, we're going to do Varric's thing, shall we? That's the wrong thing. I wanted the map, not the inventory. Hinterlands! Bianca says Corypheus is getting his red lyrium from the tide Hawk and Varric discovered years ago on their expedition into the deep roads under Kirkwall. It may be possible to reach it using an entrance to the deep roads somewhere in the hinterlands. Okay, let's go and do that thing then. Head down here. And we shall take with us Varric, obviously. We shall take Cassandra, because always. And we shall take... Vivian or Dorian? Dorian or Vivian? I've just noticed that Vivian appears not to be wearing any knickers. Look, that goes really high up there, and she's quite clearly got no knickers on. How interesting. She's also torturing a snake while drinking wine. Let's take Dorian for a change, shall we? Let's do that.
Nothing to report, sir.
Right, we've got some level ups to do. Boop. No, wrong thing. Boop. Auto level up. And... Ooh, auto level up. There we go. Thong? Yeah, I can imagine her in a thong, to be fair. How do people wear thongs? I've never understood that. They're terrifying items of clothing, aren't they? This way. And why? Like, what's the purpose of a thong? I always feel like I'm missing something. There's things that I don't understand. Is it meant to be sexy? Is that meant to be a thing? Permanent wedgie. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? That's not a good thing. Why is that a thing you would never want? So you can wear like really, really teeny tiny shorts and really, really teeny tiny skirts without showing your knickers off. That's probably what it's for, isn't it? Yeah. Where they wear those really, really, really short shorts where you can see half their arse. And then they wander around the shop that I work in and you just look at them and think, you really need to sort your priorities out. Jesus Christ. Not that I judge anybody for what they're wearing, but sometimes I slightly judge people for what they're wearing. Right, so get some blood lotus. Because I can make more bee jars with blood lotus, because apparently you make bees from blood lotus or something. I don't know. Supposed to get rid of the knicker line in tighter clothing. Ah! The knicker line's quite sexy though. I quite like being able to see a knicker line. I keep the knicker line, man. What's wrong with the knicker line? It's the most naked you can be without being naked.
Finally. I started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
That's not Liara's voice actor, is it? Because just then I thought that sounds like Harding, and Harding is Liara's voice actor. Welsh friend, get on Google and tell me whether it's the same voice actress voicing Bianca as voices Liara in Mass Effect. I mean, I could do it, but you're the official Googler and I don't want to take your job away from you. Okay. Why should they be protected?
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse. I wouldn't be surprised if most of their miners die just digging it up.
Or go completely insane. You know what red lyrium does?
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
Okay, how did you find this place?
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Road's entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the Deep Roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
Okay, let's get started.
We'd better get to work.
Sounds good to me.
Oh god, Cassandra just came running out of the ether then. Right. So, open the locked door. Well, shit is the best name, I think, for a quest. Yeah, so we've already been in here, haven't we? I think this is the place we've already been. This is the place we've already been. Yeah, this is the place we've already been. But I assume there's going to be more bad guys. That's a dwarf. She said it was full of humans. That's not a human. Are you a human? You didn't look human. No, you're not a human. You're a dwarf. I was lied to. Oh, isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Oh. I've got an amazing desktop background from Veilguard. That's Varric. I thought that was a different dwarf then. She does play. It is Leora's voice actor. Didn't I say I can hear that voice coming out of an Asari, but I didn't think Leora. Yes. Yes, who is Volta? Isn't she? Is she one of the dwarves in the I know the name Volta. I can't think. Is she one of the dwarves in the the Deep Roads DLC, whatever it's called? I can't remember. Possibly. I always thought that she also voiced Dagna, but she doesn't. And the reason I thought that was because there's a line that Dagna says at one point, which I don't think we've got to yet. I'll have to go and talk to Dagna, see if we can get the line, which I am absolutely convinced is a reference to a line that Leora says in Mass Effect 1. I mean, which it might still be, because it might just be a Mass Effect reference, but I was like, oh yeah, it's because it's the same voice actor, you know, and then I was like, no, it's not the same voice actor. I was absolutely convinced that she also voiced Dagna, but she doesn't. But anyway. Descent, that's the one, Davros, yes. I think Volta's in that, I think. I can't remember. I've only done it once, because it's quite a boring DLC, I don't like it very much. Yeah. People in here. Hello. A little bit of an explode. And we'll read the thing. Part of not security. We should be secure enough from outsiders. I'm more concerned about attracting darkspawn from the lower levels, and we don't have the manpower to push them further in. Farther in, because apparently they're a bit posh. Keep the product in the upper levels and barricade the bridge. Oh, Cassandra, can you bash that wall in, please, love? You're good at bashing stuff. There we go. Oh, I've got a throne. I want to sit in the throne. Which DLC is it? I called turns on you if you let the charges die. It's the Trespasser DLC. He turns on you. I wrote an amazing, even if I do say so myself, absolutely amazing fanfiction of that scene where he turns on you, because in my canon, in my canon the Chargers die, so he turns on my Inquisitor, but my Inquisitor is also in a romance with him, so it's quite a charged moment. And the Dragon Age subreddit does a writing thing every Saturday, which I used to do. I don't do it now because I work on Saturdays, and I came off of Reddit, where they give you like writing prompts. And I did one for one of those writing prompts. It's fucking incredible. Like I say, even if I do say so myself. I might dig it out and put it on the Discord. Well, it was really good. It was really good.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys. Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
To be looted. That was my attempt at whistling there. I don't know if you heard that. I'm not a very good whistler. Ooh, Drakestone. Oh, there's red things on the map. That means things that want killing. Oh. Just the three of us, I think, guys. I think we scared everybody else off. That's alright. Ow! I like it when it's a bit cozy. They come for Fred, don't they? That's what the people come for. They come for Fred. If Fred's not here, everybody's like, oh, why bother? Why bother? Head in here, because there's red things. Hello! Yeah, she said this place was full of humans. Like, we have not encountered a single human yet. These are all non-humans. There we go. I think I was firing on... I think Dorian keeps making, friendly wraith people, like clones, and I keep shooting them. Yeah, clones, is that the right word? Somethings, copies, whatever, of like the enemies. When they die, I think he makes them come back, because he's an necromancer, and then I keep shooting them, even though they're actually like, you know, meant to be helping us, or something. Fred is good for the chat, he is, isn't he? He also single-handedly keeps the Discord going. Mostly just with pictures of dirty fan art, but that's fine. Yeah. Oh, we need to go down there. Let's not just fling ourselves off though, because we're not in Skyhold. Oh, that didn't sound good.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
Right. So... I'm going this way.
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
Okay, you built doors here?
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave?
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
Okay. Yeah, you were waiting to do that.
Admit it, you've been waiting to do that since we arrived.
Of course I was. After you.
Hang on, I've temporarily got my hands full. Right, okay, so. I don't believe violence is a solution to anything, but I would definitely push her off the edge. I know, right? She's a bit of a cow, isn't she? I remember being like, this is the Bianca that Bianca is named after? Really? Really, Varric? Come on, lad. How yeah, right, so... Oh, hello! Boop. That's a lot of red lyrium that they've got lying around. Probably because then red lyrium smugglers. You know, it would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, we destroyed it! We destroyed it.
How is what's his name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
Mm-hmm. Covering more and more of the story. Take all of that. I read a book, but it didn't pop up a thing, but I got experience for it, so who cares? Here. Hi! Yeah, you see, he's turned him into like a good guy now. And I kept shooting them, but we'll not shoot this time. There we go. Dorian also just sometimes makes giant skulls appear on the battlefield. For reasons. Always reminds me a little bit of the yes, from, oh my god, Harry Potter, and I said Star Wars then. You know, the Death Eaters thing. The mark that they put up in the sky. The skull with the snake coming out of its mouth.
You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartram's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
Infusion primer, marvelous. Right, so make Cassandra have a little thing. Oh, I haven't restocked my supplies. Oh dear, that's not good. There'll be a supply cache somewhere, won't there? Do you think that'll be the key? The giant key that's just conveniently sitting on an open book. Do you think it'll be that key? Loot the thing! Thea, loot the thing! I don't think she was tall enough to loot the thing. There we go. Right, then loot the key. Deep Root's key.
There you are. You won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
You were the leak! No, let's let Varric deal with it.
You want to say something, Varric?
Andraste's ass, Bianca. You're the leak?
When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to know how this stuff works just as much as I do. I just wanted to figure it out.
Okay, and did you?
Did you figure it out?
Actually, yes. I found out that red lyrium... It has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research. So I gave him a key.
Larius? He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
Scorpio is on top of my computer again. And he doesn't give a shit, do you? You don't give a shit, do you? No. No, don't do that. Why do you have to be on top of my computer, Scorps? Why? You have got the whole flat, and you can go anywhere except there. And that's where you decide to go. Right. So, yeah, Larius.
That name means something to you, Varric?
He was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. And he definitely wasn't a mage before.
Newbie is here! Hello, newbie! Okay, why did you come with us?
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the red lyrium. I had to help make this right.
Okay. It isn't really your fault. I mean, in some ways it's not really her fault. In other ways it's kind of her fault. You put this on us, you've done a lot of damage. I mean, Theodora's quite the forgiving type, isn't she? So I would say she's probably going to say it isn't really your fault.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Mafarath's balls, she couldn't. I told her exactly how bad this shit was. I told her to keep away from it.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Ooh. I was like, it's not really her fault, and the chat is just like, it's definitely her fault. I mean, it's her fault, but like, she couldn't have known that Larius was actually like Corypheus. Like, she couldn't have known that. I mean, what she did was stupid, but it wasn't like deliberately evil. But she is like a terrible person, to be fair. She's right. Varric is right. Get a room, you two. Just let it go. Oh. And I mean, she has found out the thing about red lyrium is lyrium that has the blight. That's useful. Kind of. Okay, Varric's right.
The red lyrium is out. Closing this entrance won't undo that.
We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
Oh, fuck off, love. Like you have any right to show any kind of concern for Varric. Like, how? Right, okay. So, now that's done. Speak with Varric about all this. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe not right now. We'll head back to Skyhold and then we'll have a little chat. Welsh friend missed all the excitement, Welsh friend. Oh my goodness. Didn't she miss all the excitement, guys? Didn't all the exciting things happen when Welsh friend wasn't here? Honest. Right, so... They're pretty. They're so pretty. Oh, look at him. So, if we head back to Skyhold, and we talk to Varric, and then we'll go and do Sarah's thing. We might nip back to the war room, because I think at least 2 of the operations have completed, so we should be able to do the one for Cole. We'll get that going on. We'll go and do Sarah's thing. We just have a companion-y kind of episode. Do companion-y things. You know, I've got 2 caramel tarts in the fridge and they're calling to me. Even though I've already eaten a lot. Well, I say a lot. I ate a bit of chicken, some coleslaw, a bag of quavers, 2 cheese strings, and a chocolate brownie. Is that a lot? I feel like once upon a time I would have said that wasn't a lot. And now that's kind of a lot. Because I've lost 2 stone. So you know, now I eat less. Oh, and I had to order a new jacket for work because my work jacket was too big for me because I've lost so much weight. Right? And I had to order a new one. And I had to order it in a medium. A medium. A medium. And it fits me. It zips up and everything. A medium. I don't think I've ever been a medium in my life. A medium. Me. Medium. I got so excited. I was like, oh my god, it's a medium. I was literally like, guys, look, I'm wearing a medium. Right, okay, so what am I doing? I'm going back to Skyhold. Oh, there's a landmark I haven't discovered. Oh my goodness, what landmark have I not discovered? Should we go and discover the landmark that I haven't discovered? Oh, there's a pissy one, isn't there, somewhere? It's like in a cave or something. It might actually be in the deep roads that I've just been to. It's not on the map. You're right though, there's a pissy, annoying one somewhere. I've encountered it before. Where it tells you that there's a landmark that you haven't found. And you're like, well, where the hell is it though? Oh, I know exactly where it'll be. It'll be where the dragon is. Oh, we could go and fight the dragon. We could go and get Iron Bull and fight the dragon. Can anybody remember where the dragon is? It's near one of the camps, isn't it? It's not the farms one. It's not the upper lake one. I can't remember which one that is. Right, it's definitely not the farms one. Dusklight. Which one's Dusklight? Let's travel to there. This is the one. Oh, but should we get Iron Bull and should we go and fight the dragon?
Nothing to report, sir.
We haven't fought a dragon yet. Change party. Oh, Varric's thing's changed again. We'll go and fight the dragon. Let's do that. Get Iron Bull. Get Vivian because she's our powerful one. We'll get Cassandra. There we go. We'll go and fight the dragon. And need to do a bit of a level up. Oh, level up. And well, that's everything. Go and fight the dragon. Oh. Okay. Get a bit more iron. Well, I don't think I really need iron for anything, but you know, I can't walk past stuff that I can click on and not pick up. Look at her. Isn't she majestic? Isn't she majestic?
She's taking flight.
Hi! You're so beautiful! Yes, you are! You're a beautiful, beautiful dragon. Okay, so some little dragonlings that need taken care of.
Dragon territory. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, you think this looks like dragon territory, do you, Iron Bull? What gave it away? Giant fucking dragon flies over it. Oh, it looks like dragon territory. Okay. Ah! Hi! Okay. We kill the dragonlings and I think that makes our land. Right, so Little dragons. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, yeah, oh dear, okay. Everything's fine. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Okay. So. Oh, there's a fireball coming. That's alright. I think it hit the trees instead of us. That's okay. Okay, hi. Are there any more little ones to kill? Whoa! You're so cool and majestic, and I love you so much. Somebody had a run of bad luck. Well, maybe somebody ran into a dragon. Okay. I need to land. Are there more little ones? There's a red thing over there on my map. Hang on, I'll just loot some stuff, because I know there's a dragon attacking us, but... so that's the big one. Now I'm on fire, but it's fine. How do I make her land then? Do we need to go a bit further over here? Go a bit further over here. I'm sure if you kill all the dragonlings, she'll land. Is this where we came from? No. Ooh, there's some red lyrium over there. Ah, there we go. I knew there'd be another one. Oh. I'm gonna let Cassandra take a little health potion. It's not like Cassandra to be the one who gets injured, do you, mate? Yeah, we should try to stick together as a group actually, because then Vivian can get barriers on all of us, which is a good thing. Right, are there any more? It's turning into a bit of an anticlimactic dragon fight, to be fair. Oh, there she is. She's waiting for her. Hi. Hi. You're very beautiful. I love you a lot. You're a Ferelden Frostback. Very pretty. And I'm going to kill you. I feel bad about killing the dragons. Like, why? Shouldn't we be protecting the dragons? Shouldn't we build, like, you know, a dragon preservation society or something? Hi.
Would you look at that? That is magnificent.
Yeah. Hi! Oh, you take it off again. Hey! There we go. Hi! Oh, you're so pretty. Are you so pretty? I think you're very pretty. Very pretty dragon. I know you're setting me on fire, but that doesn't stop me from being a very pretty dragon. Okay, I'm gonna put some poison on the arrows. And then I'm gonna do a bit of a super thing. And then, oh, we're getting pulled in! We're getting pulled in by the wings, guys. But it's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Nobody panic. Everything's gonna be fine. Right, I'm gonna do another super thing. I was gonna do my explodey thing, but it's like a fire dragon, isn't it? So, you know. Because I don't think they're all fire dragons. I think some of them are like electricity dragons or ice dragons. If you're a fire dragon, you're probably immune to explodiness, aren't you? We'll try an exploding thing though, just because it looks cool. Got her right in the arse then. Vivian's on fire, that somehow just makes her look even more dramatic and stylish. She wears flames well, does old Viv. Are there going to be dragonlings coming in? Are there dragonlings coming in? Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be dragonlings coming in. Do you know what? This is the thing that I absolutely hate in boss battles. When the boss just, like, brings in reinforcements. I despise that in boss battles. I mean, it's sort of alright if the boss buggers off while the reinforcements fight. But it's like when you have to deal with the boss and the reinforcements. It's just like, no, it's not cool. I can see red things on the map over there. They don't seem to have got to us yet. Oh, okay. Cassandra! Take a health potion. Good girl. There's definitely red things over there on my map. I'm assuming they're going to turn up eventually. already down to only 5 health potions. That might not be a good thing. Do you think bees would work against it? Do you think we could do a bee thing? Do a bee attack? Yeah, on the arrows. I mean, if we can get me super ability charged up, that would be out of reach, wouldn't it? Might help a little bit. I think I actually have to kill things to charge my super ability though. So, you know. I mean, we're getting there. We're almost down to half. Oh, where you going, love? Where you going? Going for a little scout about, are you? Okay. Oh, it's actually people. There's people over there. Fascinating. Oh dear. Okay. Just let Cassandra take another one. And then Viv, do you maybe want to do a nice barrier on everybody? That would be lovely. Thanks, love. Oh, you can't quite get everybody. Okay, hang on. If we all just group together a little bit more. Bull, get over here. Group together a little bit more. She might be able to get all of them. Barrier. Well, you can get us 3, that'll have to do. There we go. There we go. Bull doesn't need a barrier, he's got, you know, he's got his magic chest to protect him. Are you bringing that draglings in now? Oh, I think she might be, because she's stunned her. Are you bringing in little dragonlings? Yes, there we go, little dragonlings. Coming in. Which is good, because if I kill things, I'll be able to get my super ability up. Ow. Ow! Very nice, isn't it? Go. Whoa! Still don't have my super ability charged. I don't think we should need it though. It should be alright. You know what? I'm gonna try the bee thing. Fuck it. I'm using bees against the dragon. I'm gonna fight the dragon with bees. There we go. The dragon is now being attacked by bees. That might even have helped. I'm not sure. The bee thing worked quite well, actually. I'm quite surprised. Might not even need my super ability. Hi, you're so beautiful. You're so. I love the dragon battles. Aren't they dramatic? You have to go up there to fight it. I think we do. Oh, look at Vivian. She's already on her way up there. Oh, she's a woman on a mission. You can tell. You can tell. Going in with bees. Beat this dragon with bees. Okay. So, ooh, there's red Templars I think up here as well. You know, just to make it even more interesting. Yeah, okay, I understand. I'm going for the bees. I'm going for the bees. Let's use the bees. Use the bees. Marvelous. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. Everything's great. Okay. Alright, we nearly got her. There she goes. Oh. You were very beautiful.
Is everyone alright?
Never better. See the way everything lit up when it tried to fry us. Now that is a fight.
That last burst of flame really roasted us.
Yeah, now it's just a skull. Iron Bull greatly approves, though. A bit sad when you kill the dragons. It's a bit sad. But look at all the cool stuff we get. We get lots of cool stuff. And then little baby dragons come and try to kill us. There we go. And we can claim the last one on. There we go. Dragon nest. My husband is acting like Scorpio today, very disruptive. Is he sitting on top of your computer when you know he knows he's not allowed to? Is he doing that? Is he lying across your keyboard? And opening up all of your apps? Isn't there a little like sub-quest road here as well? Sub-quest? Side quest. Sub-quest. Yeah, there's a little side quest road here. There's also floating bodies, you know, because that happens sometimes. Sometimes bodies float, you know, that's just a thing. Yeah. Something red over there. Oh, it's more than a dragon. Then I've just killed their mother. Now I'm gonna kill them because I'm a heartless, ruthless murderer. Yeah, is there not like a little side questy thing around here? Something to do with Laroon smugglers? I'm sure that's a thing. Yeah, over here. Don't forget the Fade-touched obsidian. Where's the Fade-touched obsidian?
Cullen's got some of those trebuchets from the siege back at Skyhold. Hey, Sika, think he'd mind if I borrow one? Just for an hour or two.
Why do you need a trebuchet?
Krem sews a bit. He made these stuffed nugs with wings. I want to see how far they can fly.
I don't think that's an appropriate use of Inquisition resources.
See, this is why you're not in charge of morale.
By the docks, what? Fade-touched obsidian? Guessing that would be those dogs. Aha, Vivian! I need your magic hands. Magic hands, Vivian. Come on, Vivian. There we go. Girl.
The dwarves were clearly up to something.
Fade-touched obsidian, there we go. And whoops. There we go. And read. List of supplies for a great deal of lumber, along with ropes, pulleys, tar, nails, and waterproofing oils. It appears to be a list of items needed to construct a dock. Like this one, for example. Run through the fire to read that one. Maybe. I've just set Vivian on fire. Doesn't she look even sexier when she's on fire? Yeah, we're all on fire. It's fine. A hastily scrawled note hung on a post. Stay away. Too many beasts. Go home to your families and live. Yeah. Or just run through flames and set fire to yourself. Why not? That's a thing I could loot. It was going to let me loot it. I'm sure it was going to let me loot it. Yeah, there we go. Loot. Gives you guard on hit. Yes! You're right, it does. I remember that now. That's one of the things that they used to make you functionally immortal. Which really just makes the fights really, really boring. But you know, the fights are quite boring anyway, so. I'm sure there's more to the story than this, or am I misremembering things? That there's like a story behind all this. Oh well, I'm down here now. Yeah, is there not like some convoluted story behind why all this is here? They were like doing something nefarious. I can't remember. get over there? I feel like I should be able to get over there. Oh, there's also an oraculum around here somewhere, isn't there? Non-fade touched obsidian. Muzzled husband ordered Indian. Can concentrate again. Well, now we know what Welsh friend's into. Sorry. You know, it's just, you didn't specify that it was Indian food that you ordered. You just said you've muzzled your husband and then you've ordered an Indian, and I'm just like, alright. That's one way to spend your Saturday afternoon. Could be very misinterpreted, all of that, Welsh friend. Maybe that's just me with my filthy mind. That's probably just me with my filthy mind, isn't it? Right, let's go and get that oraculum. Red lyrium of that. I still haven't got the red lyrium quest because I haven't talked to Varric about it. Oh, more little dragonlings. We need to wipe out the whole family. We can't let any of them escape.
Dead.
And another one. Right, where is it? There we go, it's over there somewhere. I should see it glowing.
Someone had a run of bad luck.
Yeah, you said that before as well. What have we walked past to make you say that?
Someone had a run of bad luck.
That's the third time you've said that, Iron Bull. You start to sound like a stock record. If we go this way. Just loops us back into where we were. Kill them should be over here somewhere. They glow, man. How can I not see it? They glow. They glow. Oops. There it is. Oh, I remember this one because, yeah, there's one up there and it's an absolute bitch to try and get. Oh, there's more dragonlings. Like, come on, man. How many of them do I have to kill before they get the hint? Oh. And away! There we go, that's all of them. Right, so we set that as the actual quest. Go and try and get these these whatchamahoojits. Go boom! Go boom! There we go, it went boom. It was more of a sploot than a boom, but you know. Same thing, at the end of the day. Both result in death. Right, so. Oh, see, it's up there somewhere, and you just have to do a lot of jumping on these things. Until you eventually, somehow, through some form of divine intervention, find a path up. Oh my god, it's like the worst parkour ever. Grumble. Might be here a while. Anybody got a tangent I could go off on? I haven't really had any proper tangents today yet. I feel like I've just talked aimlessly about nothing, like normal, but I don't feel like I've gone off on any proper tangents. We haven't had a single history lesson, or a sex education lesson, or a therapy session. Get up the bloody thing, Theodora! You did it before! Just do it again, woman! She's gonna have really skinned knees by the end of this. I have the idea of the rest of them just looking at it going like, you would be better off trying to actually climb rather than just jumping. But okay. There we go. Ah! Right, I think if we can make it over to that one. Ooh, ah! Okay. Yeah. Come on. Ah, the girl. Yeah. Might need a tangent to get us through. I can't quite think of one right at this moment. No! Cassandra would climb that easily. Right! Yeah! Oh, I love Cassandra. We should do an Assassin's Creed Odyssey live stream at some point. Hence I'm playing it at the minute. Oh, we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We nearly got it. There we go. You haven't had tangents, but you've been hilariously angry about things. I've been a grumpy magpie. It's been a funny old week. It's been weird. I don't like the school holidays. Everything's weird and different. Everything feels wrong. Get this spindle lead. Run away from that dragon because I can't be arsed fighting it. Would you lot watch a live stream just of me planning all of my various protagonists? Because I started making videos of me planning my various protagonists. Even though I had them planned, I'm sort of replanning them. Yeah. But then they sort of didn't kind of work, so which is why they haven't been uploaded. But I only ask because it was very exciting today. I had to pick an order, and it was entirely stationery. And I'm a bit of a stationery nerd. I like my stationery. And of course, they've got all the back to school stuff, haven't they? So like all of the stationery is on offer. And oh, I was picking like packs of pencils and pens and rubbers and rulers and sharpeners and notebooks and oh my god, like squared paper notebooks and then lined notebooks. And I was getting a bit excited. I was like, oh my god, so much stationery. So I want to go and like raid the stationery section probably after payday. And get myself a nice new pencil case and then fill it with nice new pencils and pens and all sorts of exciting things. And then I was like, yeah, but what am I going to do with them? Oh, is that one up there? How the hell do I get up there? And I was thinking, well, I need some...
Mages and Templars. Mages and Templars.
Okay, was that it? Okay. Yeah, but then I was like, but what am I going to do with them? I need some kind of project. And I was like, I know what I need to do. I need to just comprehensively plan out all of my playthroughs. And I could get get a nice new pencil case, fill it with pencils and pens, all of different colours, and a nice new rubber, and a nice new sharpener, and a ruler, and you know... It's so good, man. And then I get like a nice notebook and record down and plan out all of my playthroughs that I want to do, all of my protagonists. And then I was like, I wonder if they'd watch a live stream of that, and then I could like edit the live stream, you see, down into a video. That was my idea. Because, I don't know, now that I do the live streams, I find it really hard to record any kind of video without having that interaction from the chat. It's just like, it's not right, man. I need a bit of back and forth. You've done one of those for the Dragon Age Frog. Yeah, I know, but that was ages ago. Do another one then. Also, I've got like a notebook that I want to record my Dragon Age stuff down in, but I would do it in a different notebook first, and then once I've got it all sorted, I would record it down in the actual notebook. Cause I found these notebooks on Amazon. Oh my god, they're beautiful. They're like leather bound. It's not real leather, it's fake leather, but it's like leather bound, but they're really thick, and the paper is that beautiful, proper, strong, thick, like cream coloured sort of paper, and it's all lined and beautiful. And they're like 25 quid each. You can get them in loads of different colours. I bought like 6 of them in different colours. And they're just sitting there. And I mean, one of them is my diary that I'm actually writing in. But the rest of them are just sitting there. And like, I just don't even know what I'm going to do with them. So I was like, okay, one of them's going to be like my Dragon Age diary. I just write down all my Dragon Age plans. I'm that kind of nerd. I am that kind of nerd. Some royal elf fruit. I've got a feeling we'd distract you 4 hours later, you'd still be writing the name of the first character at the top of the page. Yeah, but that would be the fun of it, wouldn't it? That would be the fun of it, man. An unsigned letter in the hinterlands. Preliminary digs have been more than successful. It's extremely surprising to find such a high quantity of the product this close to the surface. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was growing. Ah, this would be red lyrium because it is growing. On one hand, this gives us an advantage without having to work with the old families back in Orzammar, or even take this through official guild channels. Our families stand to make a killing. On the other hand, the proximity to the surface, to the populated areas of Redcliffe raises an interesting challenge. The war between the mages and the Templars should keep people out of the area for now, but as soon as the humans are done trying to kill each other, any operation will start to be uncovered. If we're going to take advantage of this opportunity, we need to keep people out of the area. I recommend manufacturing some bandits. This part of Ferelden is lousy with them, so they shouldn't attract much attention. Nobody will have trouble believing that bandits would stake out some territory. By the time anyone uncovers the operation, it'll either be tapped out, in which case we'll be gone, or we'll have the operation running smoothly, in which case we'll be wealthy enough to deny everything and throw some money at the throne by way of apology. Talk to the families and make it happen. This is too good to pass up. Right, so that's what was going on in the mining bit. Marvellous. Right, I'm going to craft myself some more bees. Because, you know, I can just craft bees. That's just something I can just do. Marvellous. And then we shall head back to Skyhold. Wrong thing. Back to Skyhold. Skyhold. Boop. And then I'm going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll go and have a chat with Barak. And then we'll go and do Sarah's thing. Oh, we'll also nip to the war table to do Cole's thing, if that is at all possible. And we might do something else. So I shall be back momentarily. I'm back. And now I need to read through the chat. Oh, we're talking about how good bees are. Yeah. How good bees are. I've got caramel tarts. I was going to say, do you want to see my caramel tarts? But cam isn't working, is it? So you can't see my caramel tarts. I've got 2. And yeah, I'm going to eat both of them. Fuck it. Why not? Why should I not eat both of them? Apparently the audio stream's current bitrate is 0. That's probably not good. I mean, I'm assuming you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll wait for one of you to comment that you can hear me, and then I'll know you can hear me. Unless none of you do, and then I'll know you can't hear me. Oh! There we go, you can hear me because you made a tart joke. Tarts. It's that time of the month, man, where you're allowed to just eat as much shit as you want. It's one of the few advantages of having female things. I think there's a lot of advantages of having female things. It's just that particular female thing that it's not many advantages. Being allowed to eat as much crap as you want is one of them. New moon tomorrow. Yeah, that's probably why. I've actually come on 3 days early, which is not like me. Normally I'm late, if anything. It's very, very, very rare for me to come on early. In fact, I'm almost always late by about a few days to a week. There you go. As just information I thought you really needed to know about me. What's my excuse then, says Davros? You don't have an excuse, love. Oh, so nice, man. Actually, no, you've just got that. It's weird, that feeling that you get when you're on your period, where you're just like you're just hungry all the time. You can eat so much that you feel sick and you're still hungry. It's like there's a bottomless pit in your stomach somewhere and you just can't fill it up. It's very weird. And I'm making caramel shortbread tomorrow. Because I haven't baked for everybody at work for a while. And they're starting to get restless. One of the lads came up to me today and he was like, is your kitchen broken or something? I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, like, you haven't baked for us in like over a week. I was like, alright, Jesus, calm down. You bake for them a few times. And they expect it all the time. So I said I'd make caramel shortbread. And then, right, I said, oh, I'll make caramel shortbread for Monday, right? I said that, being like, yeah, I'll make caramel shortbread for all of you. And he went, oh, can you make some custard creams as well? I was like, Jesus Christ! Are you going to start paying us? And fine, I'll make some custard creams as well. Blimey. To be fair, though, I quite like making the custard creams. It's quite therapeutic. It's a nice process to making the custard creams. And the bourbons, because the bourbons are just custard creams with a bit of cocoa powder in them. I'm on my second caramel tart. My second one. You know what? They're funny, they're really rich. I mean, they're actually quite sickly, but then they've got the cream that sort of offsets the sickliness. And it's weird because you sort of have a moment of like, oh, that's really sickly. And then the cream hits you and you're like, oh, that's really nice. To be fair, my custard creams do always go down really well. Like, I have got marriage proposals off the back of those custard creams. They, like, people go mad for those custard creams. So, you know. And also, I think people think that they must be like... Because people don't think to make custard creams. You know, when you think custard cream, you think you go and buy custard cream. Same with bourbons. You go and buy a bourbon. People don't think to make them. Right? So it's not like a commonly known recipe. And they're so nice. I mean, they just melt in your mouth. They're beautiful. Right? So I think people think that they must be quite hard to make. And you know what? They are so easy. They're like the easiest thing. People think they're some sort of like wonderful... One of the easiest things to make. I wasn't picturing cream. Is it on the top or filling at the bottom? No, it's on the top. So it's just like a pastry case with caramel and then cream. That's basically what it is. Pastry's really nice as well, actually. I'm on my last bite, don't worry. I was going to say something else about custard creams and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, about them being really easy. Because like, I don't make stuff that's difficult. Like, I actually find cake is really difficult. I'm not good at cake. It's quite hard to get right cake. I mean, I do make cakes now and then, but they're very hit and miss. Like, I'll make carrot cake. Because I always buy carrots with the intention of eating them, and then, like, I'll eat a few, and then I've got a bag of carrots that just kind of sits in the fridge for ages until it's sort of like, yeah, can't really eat them anymore. But they're not, like, to the point where you have to throw them out, so I just, like, make a carrot cake. And sometimes it's great, and other times, yeah, not so much. And I do a good banana bread, but that doesn't always work out perfectly either. And then just like normal cake. I mean, also I just don't find cake that fun. I think cake's just a bit... I like stuff where you have to get your hands in. So I like biscuits and pastry. Those are my two big ones. I have made bread, but I'm sort of alright at bread. I'm alright at bread. I'm bad at cake. I'm alright at bread. I'm good at biscuits and pastry. Oh, I make a cracking lemon meringue pie. Oh, it's nothing like homemade lemon curd. It's the best thing, especially if you put a couple of oranges in it, just to sweeten it just a little bit. Yeah. I did take one of my banana breads into work, and people loved it. But then all the ones I've made since then haven't turned out quite as well, so I haven't taken them in. I don't think what else I make. We're just going to talk about bacon for a while, fuck it. Barrett can wait. This isn't meant to be a Dragon Age live stream, is it? This is a Magpie does whatever she feels like live stream. Yeah. So my main ones are caramel shortbread, custard creams, bourbons, lemon shortbread, which always goes down really nice, really well. Everybody loves the lemon shortbread. Lemon meringue pie, banana bread, carrot cake. Although again, like the carrot cake and the banana bread, I'm hit and miss on. I'm hit and miss on them. Yeah. Those are my main ones. But also the custard creams, I've done them in different flavours. So I did an almond one, where I put ground almonds in the biscuit instead of custard powder. And then I put almond extract in the buttercream. They were quite nice. I did a chocolate mint one, where I put cocoa powder in the biscuit. And then I put mint in the buttercream. So they're basically bourbons, but with a mint filling instead of a chocolate filling. I did another one. Oh, I did a peanut butter one. Yeah, where I put peanut butter in the biscuit, and then I did that with a chocolate buttercream. I quite fancy doing a coconut one. I was going to do a coffee one, although I personally am not the biggest fan of coffee, but, you know, I thought I might do a lemon one. I thought I might do a rose one. That one might be quite interesting. Yeah, I'm experimenting. Maybe the Discord server needs a food channel. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Yeah, the almond one went down really well. It was like marzipan. That's what it was like. You know, I love marzipan. Almondy stuff. I also make an almondy flapjack. I do flapjack and I put some almond extract in it and some cherries. Very nice. Very nice. I should do cooking videos. I have said I might do baking videos, but not like just to put up on YouTube. I would make them like private videos that you could get through the Discord. Because, you know, there's a million billion bacon channels on YouTube. Like, what would be the point? Yeah. And I'm not so interested in being a proper YouTuber. I kind of like that we've just got our little gang. We have our live streams every Saturday, and then occasionally I might put a video up now and then. I kind of like that. That's what that's what the channel's evolved into. Sort of enjoy that. Right, should we go and talk to Varric? It's nice though, isn't it? It's nice we just kind of get together on a Saturday and have a chat about whatever we feel like chatting about. Sometimes we even chat about the game we're actually playing. Sometimes that happens. Hello, Varric.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the Tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
Okay, nobody is.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is, I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
Oh, nobody deals with things, not really. Dealing with things is hard, man. We're not built for it as humans. We sort of deal with things temporarily, and then we go back to not dealing with them, and then we kind of go back and deal with them a little bit again, and then we go back to not dealing with them. I mean, it's just like a sort of constant thing, isn't it? It's like the idea of... I always say that... You see, now we're getting into the tangents. I always say that closure is a thing that only exists in fiction. Like, it's not something that exists in real life. You know, when they talk about grief, and I've heard people say that grief is... It's like a wound, but it's more like having an arm amputated rather than, like, having a wound that then heals. Because, like... You sort of learn to live with it, but you're forever changed, right? It's something that you kind of get over. And yet, in the world of fiction, people get over stuff. And then it's like, oh, you know, we don't have to talk about that again, right? You know, it's kind of over. And this idea of closure and everything getting all nicely, neatly wrapped up, right? It doesn't really happen in real life. And that's something that you learn, I think, as you get older, because I think when you're younger, a lot of your... sort of point of reference comes from, like, fiction, or at least it certainly was with me, rather than life experience. And as you get older, you kind of realise a lot of the things that happen in like, fictional worlds don't really happen in real life. And I'm not just talking about dragons and aliens. I mean, like, sort of the way people deal with things. When you've got stuff that needs dealing with in your life, like stuff that's fundamental to who you are, you never stop dealing with it. Do you know what I mean? There's sort of like... You might get better at it. I don't think I'm being very articulate here. But what I mean is, like there's certain things that you have to, like... What am I trying to say? Like... So like your own personal flaws is a good example. When you've got your own personal flaws, you can never really quite get over those flaws. You might be able to improve them, but it's still going to be something that you're always going to have to like deal with. And I think that is something that you need to come to terms with in order to be able to better live your life in a sort of more realistic and even happier way, because once you realise that there are certain things that you're never going to like completely put behind you, they're actually easier to live with. Does any of that make sense? I don't think any of that made sense. Anyway, my god, 5 viewers were watching that. Jesus Christ, that's too many. Philosophy lessons with Magpie. Right, what did you say? If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkle right now pretending none of this was happening. Knowing you wouldn't, nothing stopping you, she did you a favour. Everything is cyclic, things always come round again. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. 2 people left, they weren't interested in my philosophy. That's okay, I understand. Yeah. One of the differences between youth and adulthood is the acceptance that doing the right thing can lose you friends. Ooh, that's a bit dark. It's a bit deep. I think one of the things that I've most learned is like people are a lot more forgiving than you think they are. Like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm very picky about who I become friends with, like very picky. It's not a word I use lightly. And some people make friends really quickly, and I don't, because I think I've got this sort of thing that, I mean, this probably isn't very healthy, but I always like assume everybody is a threat, and I see everybody as a threat, and I always assume that people have bad intentions, which I know isn't true, but that means that like I'm very slow to like get close to people. But I sometimes think that's better, because there's been times where there's been people that like I've got very close to very quickly, and that's never been a good thing. I mean, it's only happened like twice, but it's never been a good thing. It's not. I don't think that's a good thing at all. I think it's better when things develop slowly. But maybe that's just for me personally, because maybe some people are just better judges of character and they can work out who they can get close to quickly, and that's fine, and I'm just not. I don't know. But like there's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Should we get on with this conversation with Varric? Yes. Oh, what should we say? She did you a favour.
Sounds like Cassandra did you a favor then.
Maybe she did. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
Okay. Youth is idealistic enough to expect everybody to stand by you, even if the fallout makes things difficult. You know, you see, I've found the opposite. I found that when I was younger, I assumed everybody was awful and nobody would stand by me, and as I've got older, I've kind of learned that's not true. I suppose it probably depends how you were brought up, to be fair. I was not brought up in the most stable of households, so, you know. Or indeed the most stable of families. But yeah. Yeah, I found completely the opposite. And that, you know, like, you know when like you're on Reddit, which one of the reasons why I came off Reddit is, yeah, and there's always like people on there explaining like the weirdest family dramas or sort of dramas in their friendship groups, which have like resulted in people falling out with each other and like disowning each other and stuff like that. And you sort of go, really? You were creating drama over that? What the hell is wrong with you? And therefore I kind of just assumed that that's what people were like, that people just sort of create drama over things and, you know, fall out with each other and stuff like that. And yet the people that I have actually got close to in my life, I have found that that's not the case at all. But there are other people who I know who do create drama over stupid things. And do fall out with each other. It's just my friends aren't amongst them. Because I make friends with the kind of people who can't be arsed with that shit. Like, come on, man. Yeah. People who are very understanding and accepting of each other. And that sort of stuff. Like, there's things like, there's times that I've done stuff and I've thought, oh my god, this particular person is gonna hate me for that because I did a terrible thing, and then, like, that's not the case at all. See what I mean? Trick is not to have too many expectations, which only put people on pedestals and get let down. Don't build them up first, and then feel less let down. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's good to be forgiving. I think that's good. I mean, that doesn't mean let people get away with being shitty to you. But like, yeah, just be forgiving. I don't like. I think you see, I grew up in the kind of family where people get really annoyed with each other over petty nonsense, right? And then I've grown up and gone outside the family and, encountered other people who don't do that. And sometimes it, like, still surprises me. But I've learned to be less petty as well, because in some ways I was a little bit like that too, that I had, like, unrealistic expectations on people. I'm trying to think of an example. I mean, alright, a good example, right, literally happened this week. So one of my work friends, who is like also one of my friends outside of work, because you've got work friends who are work friends and you only really see them in work and at, like, work parties and stuff like that. Because we have like work nights out, but they're work nights out. And then I've got work friends who are like friends who I work with, who I also see outside of work, just like, but not as part of like work get together. You know what I mean, right? But then my workplace is quite sort of, it's sort of, the shop I work in is in one of those towns where, like, people are born there and live their whole lives there and everybody knows everybody, and we've got, like, 3 generations of the same family working in the same place sometimes, and people went to the same school and grew up in the same streets, and everybody knows each other outside of work anyway. So, But anyway, she's been on early shifts this week. And when she's on early shifts, it really messes with our brain, like, because she's not getting enough sleep and she just really is not herself at all. And I'd messaged her about something that's kind of been going on with me, right? And she replied, and then I replied to her, and then she never read that message, right? And she never replied to it. And when I saw her in work, like, the next 3 shifts in a row, because I saw her for like 2 hours in the morning before she left, because she was in at 3 o'clock in the morning, she never mentioned it or anything, right? And I never mentioned it. And anyway, and then I think it was last night, I got a message from her going, oh my god, I've only just read this message, I forgot all about it. Right, and then, like, replied to it. And then when I saw her in work again today, I was like, you made me laugh when you messaged me like that. Like that. But she was like, it's just these bloody shifts. It's being on the early shifts, it's just messed with my brain. And I was like, yeah, I know that's what that was. But I know people who would have taken that really personally and been like, she's not read my message, she's not replied to my message, she's not even mentioned anything about it when I've seen her in work. You know what I mean? It's that, like, I always thought everybody would be that petty and would sort of, like, expect you to be perfect and expect you to, reply to every message and, remember everything that you've told them and all of this kind of stuff. And people really genuinely are not like that. Not real people. Not real people who you actually, like, open your life up to. Real friendship is different. Oh, I see what you mean. I think, you see, the thing is, I'm the kind of person where, like, I don't have casual friends. Like, I either like you or I don't, and there's nothing in between. Like, you're somebody that I either, like, worry intensely about or I don't know you exist. You know what I mean? I've got the people I'm really close to and the people I do not care about at all. Like, I don't really have a middle ground. Yeah. So, yeah. Whistleblowing on somebody stealing, maybe in work. To be fair, I probably wouldn't do that. I probably wouldn't do that. It's like, what's the point? Not that invested in the company, to be fair. You know. There was one of the drivers at work, this was ages ago, he was nicking vodka. He was getting deliveries to his house, and then he would like check the sheets and find out what number his delivery was, and then he would go out on the shop floor and he would just grab bottles of vodka and he would go back in, he would take the tags off and he would put them in his tote, and nobody thought anything of it because drivers do that all the time. Well, they don't go out and get vodka and put them in tote, but like, you know, if there's a, you know, people would just assume, oh, maybe those bottles got smashed and he was just replacing them. Do you know what I mean? Nobody thought anything of it. And then eventually he got caught. But he'd been doing it for years. And apparently, it came out afterwards that apparently loads of them knew that he was doing it, and they were just like, I don't want to know what you're doing. It's just like, I don't want to be part of it. You know what I mean? I never really understand people who snitch on people at work. You just sort of like, why do you care, man? I mean, you just turn up, you do your work, you take your money and you go home. Like, you know, why do you care what anybody else is doing? Unless it's like negatively impacting you personally. Yeah. Most of my hassle comes from people who are borderline friends who use me as an agony hunt. Yeah, I'm always afraid of being that person. Do you know what I mean? I'm always afraid of being the person who's sort of like... Yeah. Where like, you know, I think we're friends, but maybe we're not. And I always have that in the back of my head that I'm sort of like, you know, what if this person actually doesn't see me as a friend and just sees me as a complete nuisance who keeps coming to you with my problems? Which is another reason why I'm so careful with who I get close to, because I'm sort of like, I want to make sure that it is actually a friendship and it's not just me being a nuisance. Yeah. Oh, I found a little balcony that doesn't have a door leading to it. It's just a random little balcony. Ha ha ha, it's a balcony only I can reach with my magic parkour skills. I love parkour videos on YouTube. Aren't they the most amazing things? Oh, I love them. I think it's very sexy when people can do parkour. Parkour and skateboarding are the two things I find very sexy. Just like, you know, stylish shit like that. What are we doing? We're meant to be doing Sarah's thing, aren't we? I'm kind of enjoying just wandering around, having philosophical discussions about friendship. Mostly friendly with everyone and friends with very few. You know, sometimes I get a bit paranoid because, like, I'm not very social, right? Although I'm getting better at sort of casual socialness, but, like, small talk, I just have no time for it, and it really... I can't pretend to be interested when I'm not. Do you know what I mean? And there's so few people, like, people who I'm actually friends with, like, I'm interested in hearing about their problems and what's going on with them. But, like, other people, I'm not, and I can't pretend to be interested. You know what I mean? I just don't have it in me. Like, some people are just naturally compassionate, and they could just be interested in what's going on with anybody, and I'm just not. Like, I've got plenty of empathy and compassion towards people I actually like, but, like, you know, most people, I'm really not. Like I say, I'm getting better at the sort of casual, small talk kind of stuff, because, you know, it is... it is good to be able to be casually sociable with people who you're not actually that close to. You do learn things from it. But I can't remember where I was going with this now. Oh yes, but I am well aware that the only people who I seem to become actual friends with are people who are really social. And who, like, talk to everybody, right? Because I'm very rarely going to be the one who talks first. I only talk to people who talk to me. Do you know what I mean? And that was something that I was becoming aware of. And I was sort of like, see, I'm only friends with the people who are like friends with everybody and who talk to everybody. I only talk to the people who talk to everybody. And that was something that I was kind of concerned about. But then what I started to realise was that when you start to get close to people, you see different sides of them, right? Because we're different around different people, aren't we? I mean, that's just kind of, that's normal. I mean, I think you only ever know the version of a person that they are when they're around you, because we're all different when we're around different people, and that's not a bad thing, that's just human. And that's fine, because different people bring out different sides of you. You get different things out of your interactions with different people. And what I've started to realise is that while I'm friends with the people who are sort of friendly with everybody, I seem to actually get close to them, whereas most people don't. Most people are just friendly with them because they're really friendly and charismatic, you know. But I'm the one that they actually like open up to and tell things that most people don't know about them. That's something that I'm kind of learning, and I'm sort of like, But I think it's because I'm not good at having meaningless conversations. I know that probably sounds weird coming from me, the amount of meaningless crap I talk about on this channel. But, yeah, I'm not good at having meaningless conversations. I'm only interested in, like, you know... I mean, I'm not saying every conversation needs to be a really deep, emotional heart-to-heart or anything like that. But, like... Yeah. Anyway. Does any of that make sense? Yeah, but I just, you know, yes, I'm not interested in sort of meaningless casual friendships. I can't be arsed with it. I don't have the time or the energy to just have meaningless conversations, except to like pass the time, you know, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I was going to say something else as well when I was talking before. I thought it was something else that popped into my head. We're in full-on Tangent City now, you know, and we're holding steady at 5 viewers, which is the most we've had. When I was actually talking about the game and playing the game, we had like 2 to 3 viewers. Now that I've started just talking crap that I don't think even means anything, I don't think I'm even making any sense, we've got 5 steady viewers. What's going on, man? What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, yes! There's a channel that I watch called Mystery Recapped, where they do recaps of movies, usually like really obscure sci-fi / horror / thriller type movies, and sometimes TV series as well. Because I don't watch movies. I don't really like movies. I prefer TV series. I think that in a movie, I don't know, you just don't get enough from a movie, do you? But I'll watch these little 10-minute recaps of them, because sometimes they're quite interesting stories, and you get to like experience the story without actually having to, you know, waste your time watching the film. And there was one he did, I can't remember what it was called, but it's about a girl, like her mother dies and she becomes invisible. So her mother dies when she's young, and she starts to fade away, and people stop being able to see her, and then nobody can remember her, and she's invisible, and nobody can see her. And it's got this whole storyline where she meets this guy who can see her, and his life has been destroyed, and she tries to help him rebuild his life because he can see her, and then, oh, they end up falling in love, blah, 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 blah. But there's a bit where she goes back to visit her family, and she realises, because her family can't see her either, and she realises that her family are also still grieving her mother. And it had never occurred to her because she was so wrapped up in her own grief. It had never really occurred to her that they were struggling as well. So she kind of vows to stop being so wrapped up in herself and, you know, start thinking about them a bit more. And as she does that, people start to be able to see her again. And sort of the moral of the story is that if you're completely wrapped up in yourself all the time, and you don't really think or care about other people, you're going to become invisible and nobody's going to notice you. And I watched that, and it was one of those moments where you sit there and you go, shit. Because I am quite an invisible person, to be fair. I'm one of those people who kind of goes quite unnoticed, which some of the time I quite enjoy, to be fair. There are good things about that. But I am also quite wrapped up in my own life. I mean, not in like an awful, selfish kind of way. Just in a sort of oblivious kind of way, that I live in my own little fairy fantasy land and I just sort of barely even notice other people exist. And I was like, it is kind of true that when you start noticing other people, they start noticing you. That is something that I've kind of realised. Of course, then again, I don't always want to be noticed. Sometimes it's nice to be invisible. You know, I can get away with all sorts of stuff. I never get in trouble for anything. Nobody knows I exist. Brenda's here! Hello, Brenda. You came in the middle of one of my philosophical tangents. You've basically told us you don't actually like us. I like you lot. Of course I like you lot. You're in the inner circle, man. Yeah. That's your internet friends. I mean, internet friends are different, aren't they? Oh dear. Yeah. I was going to go and do Sarah's thing, wasn't I? I don't know if I can be bothered. We're 3 hours in, you know. Might just carry on talking about stuff. Right. Should we go and talk to Sarah then? Do whatever it is Sarah wants us to do. Oh no, we were going to go to the war table first, weren't we? Go to the war table. We'll sort Cole out. Whee! Ow! And then... Oh, I need to get my specialisation as well. What do I need for my specialisation? Specialisation. I've already spoken to the trainers. I chose... There we go. Way of the Tempest. That's what I want. Essence containment apparatus. Where the hell am I going to get an essence containment apparatus? Gather materials for a bottle of smoke. Acquire rating on Tempest methods. I think I've done that, have I? So I need essence containment apparatus. I don't know where I get that from. I might Google it. One of the nice things about internet friends is that you could dip out when they get too much, says Welsh friend. And now I'm expecting her just to go, bye! I'm off! It's been a bit too much Magpie for today. Right, we'll go to the war table. Oh, hello.
She did what to the Duke de Freyen?
He's demanding an explanation and a new stateroom.
Give him a room on the other wing. I will speak to him. And Sarah.
These messengers, there's a video on YouTube where you can hear all of the ambient dialogue that these messengers have, because a lot of it never turns up in the game. And I don't know how you could trigger it, but there's like little storylines going on in the background that you'll hear in the messages that those messengers deliver to Josephine Cullen and, yes, the other one, Liliana. And the war table conversations as well. There's like little storylines that go on in the background. Like there's one bit where Sarah steals Josephine's knickers and hangs them in the courtyard with help from Liliana. But that entire storyline plays out in ambient dialogue that you hear between the messengers and in the war table. War room, whatever. And I've never actually heard it play out in game, but you can hear it. There is a YouTube video that has it all on. It's well worth watching. Right, truth or dare. Madam Ambassador, I would be honoured to accept your invitation. I shall make arrangements to pay the Inquisition a visit presently, as I've been most curious to see your organisation for myself. Okay. It's probably going to end well, isn't it?
What happened in Adamant is a shame. I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
Our soldiers in the western approach located a suitable freshwater source. They faced some resistance from a particularly aggressive wyvern, but were able to subdue the threat and secure the area. I'm told that Lieutenant Gore, in particular, should be commended for his quick response. As you can imagine, their success has raised morale amongst our followers in the western approach. Yay! Improving morale. New supplies arrived along with an enthusiastic shoemaker. What's that? Cordwainer? As he insists we call him. It's a nice word for the same thing, but no matter, the soldiers are pleased with their new equipment. There are far fewer complaints following patrol duty. There's nothing better than a comfortable pair of shoes. There's nothing worse than an uncomfortable pair of shoes. Well, there's probably a few things worse than an uncomfortable pair of shoes, but you know. I need to do the coal one. Where's the coal one? Where's the coal one? It might be in the Ferelden bit. Obtain amulet for Cole. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or a spirit, he remains vulnerable to venatory binding magic. The amulet of the Unbound, used by Raveni seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. Liliana, I know a wealthy Orlesian noble whose private collection includes jewellery from all over Thedas. I doubt he would miss one piece. Or Josephine, my Raveni contacts say these amulets are held dear, but to protect spirits from the breach, they are willing to help us. Well, let's do that then, rather than stealing stuff from an Orlesian noble. Let's let Josephine do our thing. Oh, did I see Find the Warden pop up there? Oh, that was that one. Because there is a thing that pops up to find the actual Warden. It usually pops up after, Adamant. Oh, I think you have to talk to Liliana first, don't you? Oh my god, we've got so much stuff to do. Celebrate the dragon slaying. Word has spread about the dragon the Inquisitor killed. A note passed on by Josephine. Tell me you sent soldiers to collect the grisly remains. We have nobles clamouring to see the head up close. I should have anticipated this. Gawking is for peasants, but it becomes civilised when done with a glass of wine in one hand and a fan in the other. And another from Ferelden signed Heron. My associate Wade is known throughout Thedas for his talent at capturing the glory of the Draconic in the armour he makes. The scarcity of Dragonscale means that Wade is all too rarely afforded the chance to work in his chosen medium. Here's the solution. Wade shares his expertise with the Inquisition in exchange for the dragon materials collected so far. Okay, what do we want to do? Wade and Heron are troublesome, but Wade's talent is undeniable. Send them whatever dragon materials we are using ourselves. Or let us set up the trophies you've collected and put out the word we are celebrating our Dragon Slayer. Fascinated nobles will do anything for an invitation. Ooh! Practicality or prestige? What should we go for? I mean, I know Josephine's busy at the minute, but practicality or prestige? Practicality or prestige? We're still talking about friendship, are we? I'm the friend that when asked, do I look fat in this, I say yes. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, what do we want? Practicality or prestige? What would Theodora do? That's what we need to think. More than what would we do, because we're playing as Theodora. I say we're playing as Theodora. I'm playing as Theodora. We're doing this playthrough together, damn it. They're just having a completely different conversation in the chat. They're not even listening to me. They've probably both put me on mute, and now they're just talking to each other. It's like, we don't come to these live streams for you, Magpie. We just come to talk to each other. Should we go practicality? We might get some nice armor out of it. I don't know. I think I normally go for prestige on that one. Because I just trust Josephine, you know? If you're going to give me Josephine's opinion or Cullen's opinion, I'm going to go with Josephine's opinion, but you know. Right. I need to go and talk to Sarah. I also need to go and talk to Iron Bull because he's got stuff to talk about after the dragon. Oh dear. Vivian approves! Yay! Should we go and talk to Vivian and see if she actually likes us yet? I know I've pissed her off a little bit, but I feel like I've done a lot to try and redeem myself. Oh, Fred's decided to turn up, has he? Fred, you missed an entire philosophical tangent about the nature of friendship, and now Davros and Welshfriend aren't even listening to me. They're just talking to each other. Hello, Viv! Ooh.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
Oh, I think this is the nice conversation. So she might like me. You inspired it, Vivian!
I strive to match your elegant sense of style.
When things have settled down a bit, I will take you to Valroyo and introduce you to my seamstress.
She likes me.
And appearances are important. We can't have you mistaken for a commoner.
I mean, yeah, I am a commoner. Like, I'm literally a Carter dwarf. I was a criminal. I'm a commoner. I suppose you're right. I can't be materialistic. I should be one of them. Oh, if I say I am a commoner, will that upset her? I wonder. Will she disapprove of that? But that is probably what Theodora would say. Let's see what happens. Because I'm not normally a commoner. Like in my canon playthrough, which is the only playthrough I've ever really played through, particularly. I'm a mage, but I'm a human mage, so I'm technically a noble. So that isn't even an option for me. Let's see what happens.
What's wrong with being a commoner?
There's nothing wrong with your birth, my dear, but you need to be an inspiration to the people. You command an army of the faithful, outfitted by the coin of the nobility. You must be a woman who commoners aspire to be, and to whom nobles bow.
Okay. Don't judge me by my deeds. And style is enough. That's a lot to live up to. That's a lot to live up to.
It's quite a lot for one person to pull off, don't you think?
It is a challenge all great leaders must face, Inquisitor. The stories of your accomplishments will spread, and with them, doubt. Are you truly the woman from the tales? They will question what they've heard, but they will believe what they see. They must see someone greater than legends.
Okay, you hold the divine to that. Oh, I think if I pick that one, does that give her extra points to becoming divine? I was going to have this all perfectly planned out, you know. Because I've got a sheet that shows all of the choices that you make, that how it affects who becomes divine. And I want Liliana to become divine in this playthrough. I can't remember if that's one of them. It might be. Okay, I suppose the thing is, if the wrong thing happens, I can just change it, can't I? I can just put the right thing in the Dragon Age keep. And then I think in Veilguard, you're not even going to use the keep, are you? You're just going to pick the choices of, like, what happened. So, you know, it doesn't actually matter whether the right thing happens or not. You know, you could just say, oh no, that didn't happen. I wish they had that for Dragon Age 2. It really annoys me that if you want to follow on from a particular playthrough, you actually have to have the save file, which means you actually have to play through it. Which is why I've done so few playthroughs of Dragon Age 2. Because I have to play through Origins first, and then I usually get halfway through Origins and then get distracted and go and do something else. But with Inquisition, if you want to do a playthrough of Inquisition following on from a particular playthrough, you just need to put it into the Dragon Age keep. You don't actually have to play it. Yeah, you hold the divine to that.
If that's your standard for me, What does the Divine have to live up to?
Andraste and the Maker cast very large shadows. The Divine absolutely must set the example for all Thedas. She must seem to be the embodiment of the Maker to the faithful. She needs the authority of the Maker and the charisma of Andraste. It will be no small task to fill that vacant throne.
Okay, she likes me, guys! Vivian finally likes me. I've finally impressed her. Yay! Right, Sarah, that's what we're supposed to do. Do you know what? We've done absolutely nothing this live stream. Nearly 3.5 hours we've been going, and what have we done? We've done Varric's little quest with Bianca. We killed a dragon. That was a thing that we did. That's it. The rest of the time we've just wandered around talking to people. But that's alright. A lot of Inquisition is just walking around talking to people, isn't it? That's one of the things I love about Inquisition, is just walking around talking to people. We'll talk to Iron Bull. Hello!
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
Yeah, what is this?
What exactly am I supposed to be drinking?
Maras lok.
What does that mean?
It means drink.
Okay, I'll drink.
Ooh.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
Okay, sure, I'll drink. A little smile.
Ooh.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Okay, why are dragons sacred?
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
Isn't there a fan theory, or it might be a codex entry, I can't remember, where the Kunari are actually elves with dragon blood? Because they've got pointy ears. Yeah. Are you planning on doing the DLCs? Yes, well, I will definitely do the Trespasser DLC, because, you know, story reasons. And I will definitely do the Frostback DLC, because I love it, I enjoy it so much, I think it's amazing. I might do Descent. I've done it once, and I found it really boring. But it does have a lot of storyline stuff connected to the dwarves, so maybe doing it as a dwarf would, you know. Yeah. But I will definitely do the other two. Yes, now I feel awkward.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
Yeah, and that's what the Kunari are all about. It's the whole order out of chaos thing.
Nice. To dragons.
You think the Canary would be against drinking, wouldn't you? To you, oh, that's a flirty one. To good fights, to bringing order to bad drinks. To good fights.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Yeah, there's all sorts of theories about what various people were before the Veil. Because obviously the elves were immortal. The dwarves were probably titans, although that hasn't been confirmed.
Right. That's why.
The Canary may well have been elves who ended up being mixed with dragons. But what were the humans? You know what? The humans are the most mysterious ones. Like, we don't really know anything about them. We know that they came from the north. They were possibly fleeing something. That's kind of it. Don't really know anything else about them. Yeah. Anyway, should we go and talk to Sarah? Go and do Sarah's thing.
From Haven's fire come we, the able true.
Yeah, the real life conspiracy that dinosaur bones are actually dragons. Yes! That's it's a Christian thing, isn't it? Because dragons are in the Bible or something. So are unicorns. Hello, Sarah.
Still waiting to go get that reward for marching through Vishal. Got something against free money?
Yeah, alright, let's go.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah. My favourite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Who should we take with us? I take Dorian. I'm not going to take Vivian on Sarah's personal quest because, you know, she probably doesn't want Vivian on our personal quest. I think this is her personal quest, I think. And then we'll take Ironfall. Why not? I'm going to leave Cassandra behind for once. I might regret that. We might all die. And Chinese mythology, yes. But Chinese dragons are different to European dragons. But I'll tell you what's really interesting. And I wonder if it's a connection with the Celts, but that's a personal theory. I've not heard that voiced anywhere else, but then I've not really looked into it that closely.
Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something.
Get back to it in a minute.
The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Okay, so yes, Chinese dragons look more like snakes, don't they? Right? Often with legs and little wings. Right? Whereas European dragons look like giant lizards who breathe fire. Right? But in Old English, the word for dragon is worm, spelt with a Y. Right? And worms, like dragon worms, in British history, mythology, whatever, are closer to Chinese dragons than they are to European dragons. So, like, in my neck of the woods in Northumberland, there's an old folk tale called the Lambton Worm. There's an old folk song about it, actually, which is quite a fun one. And yeah, it's like a snake. But then you have, like, the more European-style dragons, like, for example, George and the Dragon and the Welsh Dragon and whatnot, which are, like, you know, dragons. Like, lizardy, dragon, dinosaur-y type dragons. But yeah, a lot of the sort of the dragons in more kind of old British Celtic type myths are closer to the Chinese dragons. And the Celts were widespread across Europe and Asia before they came to Britain, and they found a lot of surprising similarities between ancient Asian cultures and ancient British cultures, particularly in Ireland, including similarities in language. They found the same gods, they found the same myths, like the same folklore and stuff like that, with just slight little changes of, like, between civilizations that lived in, like, I was reading one where it was Ireland and India where they'd found like the ancient Irish, and I think it was Sanskrit, were like really similar to each other. And they'd found, yeah, mentions of the same gods and the same folklore and stuff like that. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, yeah, but yeah, a lot of so dragons in English or British history, when they're called dragons, they're usually like European style dragons, but when they're called worms, they're more like Chinese style dragons. Because in the Lambton worm, the story, it's I can't remember it exactly, but is he fishing in a well? It's got something to do with a well, or he might be fishing somewhere else. I can't remember, but what he gets is like a tadpole. That's what he thinks it is. It's just a little black wiggly thing, and he thinks it's a tadpole, and he throws it in a well, and it turns out it's a dragon or a worm, and it grows and becomes this, you know, the Lambton worm, and starts killing people, and he has to come back and slay it. That's kind of the general gist of the story. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I love the way ancient cultures connected. You find these weird connections between, because like people travelled much more than we think they did. And people have always travelled, and the world has always been very diverse. And we sort of think that diversity and immigration and stuff is quite a modern thing, but it's really not. You go right back to ancient times when people were travelling all over the place. People have never stayed still. You know, people are always exploring and moving around and interacting with each other and integrating. And, you know, the whole world is built on diversity and different cultures interacting with each other. It's very interesting. Anyway, yes. Okay, calm down. I can help, probably.
Quiet yourself. We're here to help.
Help? Had enough help. I complain about a fight and suddenly I'm an agent or something.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vachel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Oh dear. Okay. I suppose we're gonna have to kill people now. No, go. There's Dorian's spirit person who's now going to die.
Whoa, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this piss bag. He started it.
Okay, let's go and talk to the arsehole over here. One time Europe and Britain were connected. Yes, there was a land bridge across. And the first evidence that they have found... Well, I read this in a book somewhere. It might have been disproved by now. I don't know. It might not have been true in the first place. Everything that I say is just stuff that I have read that other people have written, right? Be very aware of that. I'm not somebody who has like a history degree or anything. I've just read a lot of books. But yeah, I've read somewhere that the first evidence they found of people coming to Britain was people from, I can't remember what it was called at the time, but it's what is now Spain and Portugal. And they came across when there was still a land bridge, and they came to Britain. But everybody, as far as they can tell, everybody who has ever lived in Britain emigrated from somewhere else. Like originally emigrated from somewhere else. Like there's no such thing as a native Brit. You go back far enough, nobody evolved in Britain. That's not a thing. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Mr. Noble Person.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Oh, don't insult my
Freaking
friends.
user, you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
I hate this prick so much. He is such an arsehole. Yeah, that's my ally you attacked.
You want to talk now, but Sarah is my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me? Because apparently you were complicit. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these Red Jennies. Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
Yeah, this guy pisses me off so much. And do you know why he pisses me off? It's not just like the way he's talking to Sarah and all that. That does piss me off. It's also the fact that he's wasting my time with something so unbelievably petty and unimportant. And like, I'm the Inquisitor. Even in my canon playthrough, even though I said that my Inquisitor is the practical type who sort of makes some dubious decisions, even she kills this arsehole. But, yes. What was going on in Vershale?
You were up to something in Vershale, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt?
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vershelle. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
Okay. You killed innocent contacts?
The servants you killed, they did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat. Perhaps you should have warned them about talking to you.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
Okay, what can you commit to us?
What would you be willing to commit to the Inquisition?
Why even ask?
Because a leader needs such information to make informed decisions. My family has ties across Lower Ferelden. Our presence in Orlais is recent, which is why I resorted to subterfuge. We have militia elsewhere, and they can be made expendable for your purposes.
3, 2, freaking done!
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag piss-face! Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenal, rot-soaked piece of... Sarah! What?
I must have never questioned him that much before, because... usually I tell her to kill him. I wasn't done with him, it's over, calm down, that's enough. I think he's dead. Yeah, I think he's dead.
I think you're done. At this point, you're making wine.
Ugh, that makes it worse. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day. What? What do you want? Because I'm still angry. Angry face. And you should thank me for stomping the smile off that arse. He was getting in your head.
Oh, there isn't an option to say, no, he wasn't. I was always going to kill him. I just wanted to hear him out, which is kind of what was going on. Yeah, you're right.
I did what I thought was best. It wasn't ideal, and I apologize.
What? Really?
Really.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
It's business, I need allies. I want us to be friends. Oh, we do the flirt thing. Let's do the flirt thing. We said we were going to romance Sarah. Let's commit to it.
I don't want this to get in the way of you staying. I like having you here.
You're just the cutest little... You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
Okay, Red Jenny attends a party. That sounds like it's going to be exciting. Right. Should we go talk to Liliana? feel like we might have a Liliana conversation about the warden. Yeah, then we might do the rounds of everybody else and see if we can open up any side quests or anything. What need to be done? Yeah, it's this way, isn't it? Have you drawn adamant? Yeah. Yet? Is that adamant? I don't know which bit's adamant. He normally draws adamant, doesn't he? Oh yeah, there's the Grey Warden thing. This will be adamant, this bit. You're a good artiste, Solus. I'll give you that. Dorian. Oh, we have a cutscene.
You have remarkably little here on early Tevinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Such a critic. What are you looking for? Not your standards. Stop pointing. What are you looking for?
If I knew what you were looking for, I could help you.
You? I rather doubt that. I apologize. That was unworthy. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
It was horrible. We lost Hawk. I learned so much. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, we lost Hawk.
Hawk is gone.
The Fade is an ordeal under normal circumstances. To be the only real thing there, beyond description. That you made it out at all is a miracle. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
I should be proud.
So I should be happy I accomplished something so grand?
Concerned, more like. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
Yes, I agree.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus' real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
There's a cat. I looked down and there was a cat and I nearly shot myself. Like weeping angels. You take your eyes off them and suddenly they're there. Now there's a cat up here. Oh, you've got a fat belly, Star. You've got a very fat belly. We need to put you back on the diet. Listen to that. I can play the drums on you. That's how fat you are. Right, we'll go talk to Liliana. We might have another go around to talk to a few more people and then we'll wrap it up for today, I think. Oh, I've got research to turn in probably. There we go. Nightmare Claws. I was carrying Nightmare Claws. Hello, Lil. You okay, darling? Oh, you are sitting on your chair. It looked from that angle like you were sort of just floating in front of your chair. Hello.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
Ooh. I mean, probably because I was the one with the mark, to be fair. I tried to save her, she saved me, I had to save myself. Well, I did try to save her. We saw that in the cutscene that I tried to save her.
demons tore her from me. I couldn't stop them.
So you had no time to think, only to act. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did you say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
No, she didn't.
I'm sorry, Liliana. That was it.
There are no answers in the fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
That was a bit deep, wasn't it? I don't think we can end there. See if we can go and find another chat to have with somebody. Oh, there go the ravens. I'll just put you down here. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet and talk to Solus. Hi!
Inquisitor.
I should talk to you about stuff, shouldn't I? Oh, I can't be arsed.
We'll talk later.
So yeah, we'll talk later, Solus. I'll do that not in a live stream. He's just so boring, isn't he? Dear me. We'll talk to Blackwall again.
There you are. Something to be delivered.
Is there anybody that I've not talked to in this live stream yet? I don't think so.
Something on your mind?
No, we're not going to get a
Nothing right now.
conversation with
Perhaps
him
in
either.
a bit.
Cassandra, I haven't talked to Cassandra. Well, I think I've exhausted my Cassandra conversations for a while. The chat has not reacted at all to your presence, buddy. Do you think they're all asleep? Normally they react when there's a cat. They react more to the cats than they do to me. I think they're all asleep. That's alright. Give it 5 minutes and then I'll scream into the microphone to wake them up. Cassandra. Oh, we do have a Cassandra conversation.
Planning troop movements now?
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
Yeah, we make things better.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
I don't want the same things. Those are admirable goals. You're too idealistic. Those are admirable goals, Cassandra.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
It didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You admire me, Cassandra?
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I obey my conscience, I make it up as I go. I do what must be done. I obey my conscience.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
Thank you, I hope we're friends. I won't determine anything just because I'm a woman. Yeah, I hope we're friends.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Star, you smell really nice. You smell like some kind of cake or something. Angel cake. You smell like angel cake. How can you possibly smell like angel cake? I haven't even had any angel cake in the flat, I think, ever. You smell like angel cake. You do. Mind you, Scorpio smells like Watsits, and I don't understand how that is, because I don't have Watsits in the flat ever either. You actually do smell like angel cake. Wow, that's amazing. Scorpio also frequently smells like fish and chips. But I do feed them fish, so that's probably why. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. I know. Shall we wrap the live stream up then? Hey. We've achieved so much in this live stream, haven't we? So much. I mean, not really, but you know, let's pretend. Should we pretend? Oh dear! She fell off. Oh, that was quite cute stuff. Oh, now she's run off in embarrassment. Okay, we'll go up to our balcony, or Vivian's balcony, but you know, I'm the Inquisitor, so it's my balcony. I just loan it to Vivian. Do you have icing sugar? I do have icing sugar, yes. But it's hidden away in a cupboard that she can't get into, so you know.
We don't have the strength of treaties to judge.
Cake smells on cats as a sign of the devil. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, I'll just jump past Vivian. Oh, Viv, man, why do you have to stand right in the doorway? Dear me, there we go. Right, okay, so we shall end this here. Next week. Oh, will we do it on Saturday? I'm out on the Friday night, you see. But then I'm at work at 6 on the Saturday morning, so by the end of my shift I might just be knackered. But sometimes it's more fun when I'm knackered, isn't it? Sometimes we just like, you know, I'm a bit even more mental than normal. Yeah, we'll do it on the Saturday. We're Saturday, yes, 3:30 GMT, normal time. We shall be back with more Dragon Age Inquisition, and we shall probably just do a bit more Aimless Frolicking. I think we'll have a few Aimless Frolicking episodes before we go into Wicked Hearts and Wicked Minds. Yeah, we've still got 2 areas that we haven't opened up yet. We've got the Empress de Leon, which I don't enjoy, and then we've got the... not the Emerald Graves, the other one. I can't remember what it's called. The... Exalted March, is that it? No, if that's not it. Or is it? Exalted Plains. I can't remember, whatever the other one in Olay is. So we can probably open them up and go and do some of that. And then I will, in my own time, at some point, go and finish off all of the areas, if I can. And we might do some more Dragon Battles. So yes, anyway. Yes, marvellous, brilliant, great. Forgetting what I'm saying. I shall say farewell to you, and I shall see you next week for more Dragon Age.